buo bia ye ton wo ho no mo no ye be ma koko akuafo oha nchemu aduoso 70% and ye the campaign ye wie na ye say emre bi atwam ni ye ma mu free fertilizer ni ye ma mu coke spray no ye every day o hia pay de abro ndro na de bro ne so ano odin pabene ni ye sa ma koko scholarship sa niema we nyina ye free onti koko akuafo ye ma ne niema scholarship na ye no mu bebre ye di ko school no omu nya ka ye ne kakra bi na ka ye no na ye se ye koton no dwama nso bo na ye wo ho sa amre na ba sa amre ne ye hu se koko no abuo no eso atia beduru be se 5000 eti ade na ya to no 7200 no ye de kwa ma no ne ye koton ye be ton no ayi 5000 eti abaye na adwen se ne ye ntimi nkoton ne fofofo sa enti ye nhodi ne on ye ntimi ankoton ne nti koko krachefo koko omo baji free mu nsem a sika nke so omo de mamo omo mamo chit se omo kono omo diska na bremu ne se enti ye ntimi anton koko ne nti no na ye ntimi ntua ya bisifo ne ka eti free November babesi samre mu mumu bebre wono ma LBC4 ne baji mu koko wo mu ntimi ntua am ka na mebwa pepepe ni enti o mu ntimi ntua am ka ne se koko na e baji ye no si ye de kodwama so se ye koton a ye ko ne ye nya ton ni sei ye hwere almost $3,000 wo so na chese ye ntimi ntua LBC4 ne e kakra e mo mu ntimi emfa musika embremo enu nti na sa sika no e che ye no na as if that was not enough ebuo ne ya se bafoma de wi ye duru no ya ha adwen se ye nto anamo a ahwe be bafoma ma be je nsam eti na otwi mienu atwam e na aban etra ase na aban se ebuo no eduru 4200 but ye hwe bebi e ko no be kwa ma ahwe be ko less than that but said ye be ye kuafo ne nhwere dodo na aban so ahye bo se ese edi no kura makuani ni nti no mama yen hwe sa abo no ne yen calculate price e betimi abo akuani no ama cocoa board said ye be ya season na e beduru mu ne ye betimi ato cocoa ene omo so ayato omo cocoa ayentu omo ka no ye betimi anya kakra e de akotua wo mo ka eti na otwi mienu ni ena aban de gusan ye ni ye hwe ayi dama so bo na ye 4200 ye calculate ya ye kase ye 70% na ebo no be ba from kra eti aban ye na adwen se ene ye sika no yen calculate ni for 90% ema akuafo no we ya de a menuanom akuafo ebi nsi wo Ghana abakose mu free time akete pasi edi koko ebedru Ghana se aban ebetua koko hu sika 70% 90% ama akuafo ebi nsi da in fact 70% ne kra no be se mfie nwotwe ni a yenuanom bedi a wo ma anya bi da the highest amutua ye 30%. It is a brand na koko ne ton $10,000 e wo dwama so no se nka mo ye se nka mo betua Ghana for koko no 70% a nka e betua be 6500 enso ye tua 3000 ni aka ni nyina sika no ye nim bebi e fa ya hwere se sika no eti no na ese ye di nokre na ye hyebo no se de be ye betimi atua sa 90% ye nim se ebo na bafom ye nim se atimu sika so nanso yenim sese ya anya ne saa ebia okoko na egu apaso no na yantimi ambeto mumu ahe na okoko wa apaso sisi a ebia obi na afa na season na season main season be ba 5 months time obesa ate dodo eti se yantimi anto we ya oye so se next one ye betimi ato yantimi eti aban no sabio mpreduasa na waduru bebi ese obo aboso na wobesere se monso bo bebo na chidom na nke ye nyina ya ko benkuro mu na sade ye be ya ye betimi asete bo no ama mu a mukoko gu apaso no yatimi ato na monso a ya to mo de dada no aban afa akwan bi so no wanya sika no na odi musika abrɛ mo because koko akuafo de ye koko ho an ye didi ti ye be wo fufu a eye koko ye ba be ko school a eye koko ye be to nsuo kra eye koko obi si ebe twempna kra koko eti no koko obi si obe wari bia ka okra so e koko eti no se ye be fa koko ni amfa sika mbre wa ne wani ahanhan eti na ese aban efa kwa so na wode musika bre mo na enuanom ni adofo ne nananom Eniema amabubo so nti ama ye take decision na enye eno nkoan o. Na emu orem kra eka ho. Emu hu yie pa. Ebra aye ba ba mu ye hu se cocoa board sikasem atete apansam agensem kra. Na meka se atete apansam agensem a eye level bi a ebi nsi wo cocoa history mu da. Se woton cocoa board adwafade nyina. Ene odi ye fancy en form workers cars o mu use ni bibia anka. Woton ni nyina na wo hwe car cocoa board di na wo ka se odi kotua. Wo betua ma still ebi beka be se 3.9 billion Ghana cedi. Se wo kotua. Eti cocoa board na da ho no paper so na agu. Aye bankrupt. Ne senti na 2023. Sika wo mkoje so mo de beto cocoa. Be se 10 billion Ghana cedi. Wo mantimi antua sika no ensi ho. O mantimi antua ensi ho no 2023, 2024. Eti 2023 ebra na o mani sika sam ye basa. Na o mo ye haircut. Pensioner fu sika nyina ye gi free o mo nsem no. O mo ye o madwen se e ka na wo mo de be se 10 billion Ghana cedi. Ene ehun si ho no. Wo mo pia ni nyina abegu 2025. Muntie mi ye o. Na 2025 abai foforo beba no no akope sika betua. Eti last year ye papa John Mahama ne NDC aban. Eno so ya ade a ebeto yen na last year esi yetua 4 billion Ghana cedi. This year so yetua 4 billion Ghana cedi. We ye car eda ho esi yetua. Yesan so de ka Cocoa Rose. Ekwan we na kiye Cocoa Rose a ekwan be na chen sa kwan we. Saka by this time ki ayewie. But ye nuanu tra ho hwe ekwan we. Sam na boy kwan we. Ejaye. Awodu cocoa contrast ma cocoa contrast ne cry hwe mu bebi ebi kopie ye ndia cocoa wo. Base 26 billion Ghana cedi. Within 2 years. Ebra cocoa board in shise mu afibia na ye de 400 million and a tour for Cocoa Rose. Afibia. It is a 2 years contract no mo maaye no. Se cocoa board kaso otua with 400 million na afibia. E ben ya be 45 years. And ye de betua be wie. Saka we abeto ho eno so President Mahama ese wotua. Eno koda nche ya se de me kire mu no. Rollover contract na ese supply 300,000 metric tons no. Eho ka eni sika ya hwe nkwa ya almost $1 billion. And also echo. Na maybe me hu se mumu bi matwitwa mu cocoa no. Mo start rehabilitation ti matwa na modua foforo. Na cocoa rehabilitation ya de ahunya biye pa. The biggest rehabilitation in 1984. Ama ye dua cocoa wo Ghana pa. Na me kai 2015 2016. Ye hu se cocoa no dodo na akate etiesi so. Ebi nso anyi ama nso yie. Eti ye start rehabilitation bi ma ye dua 20 million cocoa seedlings. Eno na ma 2020 2021 cocoa no your production cost be say 1 million metric ton. Say mo kai. After that time na ban hye ye nti no obo say output no akofom sa na ye nuanom kwaji sika bi say omo de be cocoa rehabilitation because Ghana say o hwe cocoa a ye be say 40% of the total coverage. Now omo kobo obesia $350 million. So omo de be rehabilitation sika ne bedru ya ye nim bebi sika ne fire rehabilitation nso a ya mutu ekofa cocoa board sika be say 700 million de ka ho eno so ya mutu ye the goods and ye ni a 156,000 hectares na nke so omo ye ne sabio 30,000 to 40,000 kromo ntimi anye enso sika no ya mutu 2024 me ba mo potamu ha baabi ene Amemfi Central ho baabi na akuafo no etwa adwado se ya betwa mu cocoa na gu seedlings so a ye de ba so a ye mfa mma temo kai seedlings ne mma ama bi twa adwado sa ye twa cocoa gu a ma allowance meboa allowance ya ahe ne ye ma mo cocoa allowance no ye twa gu enso na amanfo allowance mba enso ne agisika no na yedi na ne ye twamini wo mu kra anuanom ne adofo no makuafo ma cocoa board nsensem ne yehu ema sisi abeso ye mene ese ye take sa decision difficult decision ne say cocoa boto ye di carry cocoa no ye nim say afi bia aban no ebehia cocoa boto no eti no ye kra no 3 years na ye de abegu ho eti 2 years bedru ne asa kra foforo se de be ba bedru sika ye se wo cocoa bottle anya de ketwa ne se ntikura no ye papa president Mahama ahye en kete se yamba modern se sa cocoa bottle ni ye betimi aye bi wa because ye woni ye betimi di aye eti ye si factory ka se eyi youth factory no ya renovate zoom line ato renovate the machines fufura gum otumfo so asibi a betimi aye about 180,000 bills a day ni nyina ewo ho president ahye kete me office na edi se adwuma no say ye program na ye betimi start e bia kenap no na ye aye youth no but we dey muntie we 2021 abanye atwamu no eko kra cocoa bottle ye be use wo Ghana best almost 6 years 2021 and omu yi ni nyina akogu warehouse and omu starting so omu use na wakra de 6 years a obetimi use a se nke se otobo na wo use a na ekofo ma na wakra foforo se ye na wo asesa na obeye but muntie ni omu ye 2021 2022 omu sa akra foforo ebeduru habo no esan so omu wo bebre wo warehouse nti omu anyi na omu ja o habo 2023 and omu sa akra foforo na omu ja o habo 2024 and omu kra foforo na omu sa ja o habo aka 4 days to elections abato aduru awie no na omu nim sa abato mre de ye nyina aso ayese no na omu sa ema contract $48 million si yankofa cocoa bottle foforo ensambra we enya abro enya awudie saa mre no na saa yes ni nyina cocoa omu kra ya egu warehouse no na omu yuso omu yuso amabi aka ama last year NDC ba ye na no abi ni yuso egu warehouse ne ye wo ha bo ye mfa ye nsan kan ye me no ka say afi ye no abi ni ebe yuso aka be say 94,000 bills go a ebe yuso na afi eti saka we nyina ye nuanu mabbo agu ho ama sisi ha be so ye mene na eno na ma emu orema ye no mu bi say saa mre yi a ye nyina yakwa ahonyiyehia mu ye hwe kwan e betimi aboa koku akuafo na omo nso matinkense se omo nso omo ka bi ebere ha omo na omo akoso saa de oye ho anuma akokone kone wakọ atifi akohunu suo num nim se ade na poto na waba anafo abebuza se ho ana na ye se yentua koko ebo na ewo ho na president Mahama se me ba me kan kire mu se wono ankasa wa start ye koko me koko ase ena minyiye koko ni ye de tete me minim koko so mfaso ye ya twa president Mahama ho ahia ye num dodo na ye koko mba ye nim se ebo no sanki eja no ho na ebe yi a na nki ebe ja no ho because ye bese ye ni ye di no kura akire koko akuafo but ye hwe the we aniema ne kone eka eda ho ani sika ye tua ani ka ye hwere e wo sa abo na aba fam no a ye ne sa enye yi enti ye papa president Mahama se memra na membe chire mu nchire mu na mu hu ne ntia ne nti poten a e ba ne se koko no ese yete ebo no so kakra sa mri mene mo ka sei enra koko bo na tia $4,200 no abedu $3,100 enti ne se wo hwemu a 2,587 na yesi ye digisi ano o calculate a 3,100 na adi ni nyina ho aban nya hwe wo ho eti koko egu apaso a yebeto ni sisi ani nyina yeto ni nyina aban enya 1 Ghana po wo ho aban be san di sika piso asa ne yetimi ato koko ni nyina enuanom ni adofo eti eno ne nokura eda ho no ma ye nuanom omu wo opposition amanyosem ti no omo mpese wo mu be ka nokre na wo mu tu anwea egu akuafo ani eti ne ena awie ye be hie mu a nananom ene ye nuanom akuafo we ni koko impempenso a edru but President Mahama said there is a way out esa Ghana koko enya ne ntuma pa efra eti den ye de agu akwan mu a ye de bedi sa adwuman ye hu se koko bo na ba fom ni nti no ti ye de koko ni kwa amone na ye ntimi nto ena se de me kan ye no Ghana ni Ivory Coast ye de adua koko ni pa na nso koko no ye nua e wa ha eti beans ni kwa na ye de kwa amanone eti no as part of reforms na ye no President Mahama said ye di kan Ghana koko a ye bedua bia no factories ni industries na ye bie wo Ghana no yemfa emu ohanche mu aduonu 50% emfa nkoma sa companies no na wo nua koko ni wa ha na munim ne wom si enua koko ni wa ha value na yenya odwama so no ye benya value no 3 times that value eti na chese akuafo ye kasi ye betua mu sesika we a se ye enua wa ha no na bo no kofom kra still aban no enya sika dodo ewo mu enti no betumi atua oka ebere a ehu hia se obe reduce price.
The news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Odds Digital Online.
We can add a crew. Name Prem dear. Midrago Quakiafo in our name. Nameka say, I buy that and one mocha. And son, I yan yabeja to Sabine the Boca. Ain't in our banisano. She's a matching. Just a modern edge Namarano. Na mayor who say no crave company for the near who any didn't dance and yet what here. Honorable, in Tiampana as my place or Ben and Pat, the castle can be a yeti near who's order for pa. What they won't go to Junior and Dini. Said I'm pending come say, Oba woman no good neck for. Yes, I'm say, Sabine that animal cat to what they are any one channel. Near who say I'm pat, say I'm man is out there, Yanin to a baby amoka. Yankaso, you're true fool. Name of the near who need one dancing here. Honorable, Jana can be say, what's I mean? The
news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Odds Digital Online. The interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Odds Digital Online. And what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Odds Digital Online. Mr. Pia could be rich, Mammy, I fear Mammy, so very soon. I saw him as you want to once and cry. Yes, it's super, They don't you when you try and so now anyone. The falling down of the deadly is a one into the green one. Enti mami wono mina kai. Na menya sadia sumo. Woku poke sebia tutu. Ama wokna for we try gadua. Ebusiani ya do for generisu. Sorry masi want to one was a cry.
The news, the interviews, and what have you all packed and ready to go. Your favorite radio station, Odds Digital Online.
About 3 more minutes to the hour of 9 o'clock and pay. Mame Nyansa Kuma doing the pastor Clement and pay. Unity Link Financial Services Limited, all right. No fee money transfer to Ghana, mobile money to all major networks in Ghana, cash pick up to 18 banks and all banks in Ghana, airtime top up. And then mini Unity Link Financial Services more rate no at the amount. And pay is real social housing for the Heavens Mortgage Payment Plan. Also, the chef of Fraba, ma we free say Opedan at all my Ghana. It will not to your benefit, especially where would this cabe man for so much that ma no be chobenu spede. Wait here. Shishano or preocupe caneno no more $. Is here cities. They've converted it into cities. And to Rehoboth has partnered with the leading Ghanaian banks, offering you tailored mortgage solutions and flexible financing options. And tomorrow we free Rehoboth Social Housing for and so no back on shelp a 2-3 bedroom house and as a 4-bedroom house as Nina no Bombodian from or +44 791 737 6631. +44 791 737 6631 and +233 244 764499. And no a Rehoboth Social Housing for and pay and so chidom. The home security solutions and so the key doctor Jumekwe wo Ghana na titru ufie bambo and obese CCTV cameras on between and so set to ufie ma ubehu de koso titru ufie ba no car alarm systems and as a key programming, vehicle tracking, CCTV installation, smart lock systems, access control systems, any gate automation. Nina home security solutions key doctor GH and pay and so boy you reliable professional secure ready to secure what matters to you most. Inti bomboni answer when you bedin komo omo Ghana 0244 313132 0244 313132 and 050 153 5816 050 153 5816. Inteno the home security solutions and pay and so boy chidom ye bonito na ekwenim agent and co-limited chartered accountant business advisor specialist in preparation annual account bookkeeping self-assessment especially for Uber drivers and we AJN and Co limited chartered accountant business advisors omo ebo chidom banning mortgages and remortgages one-stop shop to arrange for your general insurance, your life cover, medical health insurance and protection P45 and P60 and we AJN and Co limited. Quickly na yambonito dem call enkotin semni bi anopei nsem bebre fano anese for omaketua ho nsensem yentie bi ene sona omampanyin mahama ebe addressi the nation intie be hu naposo anopei best chance bia from there 11 going and ebia that time you program no but yebenya the inside story beto news no beba ti be hu the president and so beto drive fano titru and some man and saying has really become the bone of contention when we talk about security wise in the country Ghana. Yes, security whom some bambo whom some at saying I think the president will address the issue concerning in regards to the recent shootings be a cause people who were murdered war Burkina Faso enclave wonga ekwako didwa na wonkohia nkwanhyiwuo. I think the president will address that one. And more importantly, the cocoa sector. Any nkofo aketua and won so a nti nyama bebree nde bibia chichire president nebo in the betie dia president no. He is the obviously the chief officer of Ghana and also the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. President John Mahama will address the nation today. Definitely will know the pros and cons and the content, what will be the relationship with the country and beyond. Tienko na inkuti next for wonga PRO our spokesperson for the Ministry of Health, Tony Goodman in Tidioka.
However, now you acquire the first and then the finance in your agreement. And now it's the normal negotiation in terms of payment. With the arrears, how do we pay them? And I finance I agree on this particular modalities.
Nti akwanya wo hose bia wo mo pensakra ya ebeye yi.
Yen de anka nya tia ni nyina ama as a ministry no. Ye gina mu ama next week. Ye no mo yen staff into no. For us no, the agreement was say be nya ni nyina amomo just one day. However, for mine ye governor man Yamani be any idea what capture. Now this is how I think so.
Now validation na American on ye. You will be there for a payment voucher. And to say, but some of us now you validate you a word you more access over Jimana. Cado dwa by no donor say be a bind or cabo so maybe you know a buyer so bit ya but so maybe you know Yamawa. If you payment voucher no so. I may validate say you validated but maybe you know a bit Yama. And previously no, now I'm more validate ya. Current month now by no, a bit I can more validate here no. Now I reassenting Kamuna canon so a pure payment voucher no so more validate bit Yamayan. But it do say it's yana, it's ya current month no pay. I reassenting no DNA validate any in here. But this February we know. Unlike the previous months, now you validated arrears no in account no. February we dey buy and why current month which is February no dey pay and I validate here arrears no you validate account. And no ya the confirmation no free your various validated or your facilities no ho. In Timbacho beside and no more entry money.
Nti Goodman what you say?
Yes, I know na American. So exercise no you know. Yes, you be home or more, your dear Maka, a tire dear. Now you use to know the a Jumana, yes, to show okay. But they go for 10 million. 10 million, no. They say you more Juma. Out of the 10 million, maybe a tia, so that is what happened. The only time between here when the system is open for salary validation. Into a year, you will know the total amount. Now they are no command finance. They call it Jumana or share the This is the total. Then finance will use that to do almost shadow. Okay. Sakano, a bit metia, by a bit say. So that is what happened.
Mate, nti video say eni hono once abanya jetum so betua no enye issue kra wo say ye can be sanity.
But I make sure say sanity because one catch or share letter na finance me buy na more estate number of times I actual letter they are finance negotiations are any continuously then you be do ha no I feel say you are the be na yeah na why
Mate, Goodman, and Kobo Bebrinoa Abba, ya into Incasent, me do Becoba Cupimu, no bed syndrome Abba, ya can't was a macanca. Minister of Health, and the Manimuya, so be an Sebano emergency, a ye agent, a ban your health, a ye agent, a Diana ministry, a ye approvals Ben na Coso, procurement Ben na Eba, Yabeka say, no bed syndrome, Eba Yabakosama Maganafo.
And that's it. Yeah, a woman is apart from say and pass you were saying the required staff you're from specialist medical officers on basic domain. Minister now share a policy a bet mapping of the beds or memoha. You will say other peripherals and other district hospitals. The Jumana was a hospital say Diwakrano and I say regional Kolibuno or most of it to me it be say Jumani. It mean you can say the college Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons. I started training specialized doctors. Yes, also say you be training and nurses. Various specialization. You share nephrology care, emergency care, critical care, oncology nursing, and other areas. That you bring specialized nurses. At least most of the places, so that you ration panel and call always the central point. However, you bring specialist, you emergency medical doctor, you bring trauma specialist. Be a many before you be transporting a crowd across central point. Now you're stabilizing the panel. Now you're sharing up to a point. And no apart from no crowd, minister no I share no or 3 regions or upper east, northeast, and another region. Now somebody go to Ghana and say, don't turn any patient away. Men catch a patient, you nimpa, and as a heart that you can do, one fan uncle, baby fufu. Near what's the way you be destabilizer, and I say, Obama, Sani Panoha, Konoka, Crancer, the Nakono. Yes. Because maybe who the middle was not Ocha, and say, Yafa Menqua. I say, if you need him, because the only place I'll be to the hospital. And until they had any panabano. You didn't panabe do or no see no bed. Into on your day. Into the other to all hospitals in emergencies. Say you didn't panabe. Let's stabilize first. Because the only hope you one of the 2. And I know Biazuna you do hospitals in no bed. At times you do not security must in no bed. About to be our horse in no bed. No. There must be somebody who will make that decision. That decision must come from Obia or war authority. Obaba says, what stabilize what that's what I am more than Monko. At that time, no it me stabilizing the panel. I other course I was a specialized medical officers because you stabilize you need to do me a friend continuum of care. How do you get the right person to do it? No, idea and cap, show say be do hano, na yaku in Nimbibri, but yes, Anakobano. Yeah, started from last year, and I started Sanya May. We improve upon the system and make sure, say, Sanya May thing of the past.
Mate. Mamana Setoni near Brawanya Amayen to the good man Ekasa Emma Ministry of Health Sanso and a 70th year a year convener coalition of unpaid nurses and midwives Ghana and I no more a DM Comono. Just soon some Jumedi Adum 106.3
purchase program and the gold for oil program. The pilot has worked for a number of companies, some of which wanted to take Forex out of the jurisdiction. We have thus found a solution to profit repatriation without destabilizing our local currency. He goes on to say that, Mr. Speaker, my government will completely institutionalize what I call the Gold for Forex program, even as we intensify efforts to transform the structure of the Ghanaian economy. Simply put, the domestic gold purchase program is a policy which allows the Bank of Ghana to boost its foreign exchange reserves by buying locally produced gold with cedis. And he goes on to talk about the benefits, including the fact that gold will now become the anchor of the Ghanaian currency. Mr. Speaker, earlier today when we met the Finance Ministry, the Bank of Ghana and the Gold Board, we put a question to the governor who was represented by the second deputy governor. Is the policy to buy gold to shore up our reserves, be it in bullion or in Forex, new? And her answer was categorical. She said, no. Mr. Speaker, it is a matter of public record that in 2021, the MPP administration came up with the domestic gold purchase program, which seeks to ramp up our reserves by using cedi to buy gold and shore up our bullion reserves, or by using cedi to buy gold, trade it for forex, and add it to our forex reserves. Mr. Speaker, if therefore a couple of years down the line, our colleagues on the NDC side come to power and they find this policy useful, they don't need to attempt to rebrand it and give it a new name as a Ghana Accelerated National Reserve Accumulation Policy. They don't need to do that. What they need to do is to be candid to the Republic of Ghana and say, we inherited a working program. And probably what we want to do is to build on it. You need candor in economic policy management. Don't try to rebrand it, give it a new name, polish it with some colors, and now create the impression that it is something new that you are thinking about. Mr. Speaker, we asked the government side today what the two pillars of this gold component are. And they told us that they will be using cedi to buy gold to add to the bullion, and using cedi to buy ASM gold, trade it for forex, and add to forex. Mr. Speaker, that is gold for reserves and gold for forex. You can turn it, you can bake it, you can cook it. It is still the same thing. So, Mr. Speaker, we on this side will support this policy because what they have done is to continue what was introduced by Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia. Yeah. Mr. Speaker, we encourage them that today's voter is sophisticated and understands what's going on. When you introduced the commitment controls, we have commended you that it is actually a good policy. You don't need to go on with this thing where every time settings. Admit it that this is a program you inherited and you are continuing. Mr. Speaker, the second point I want to make is that what this government has now announced as a policy demonstrates the confusion in their circles. A few weeks ago, this government told us that they were of the view that we had so much gold concentration in our reserves, and so they have sold 50% of our gold reserves and converted it into US dollar-based assets. Mr. Speaker, there are questions about that transaction already, the timing, the scope, and the window with which it was done. And already we have filed motions to have that transaction and then the losses on the gold purchase program properly investigated, without prejudice to whatever the outcomes will be. They have now come back to this house that they are asking for policy approval to go and, among other things, buy more gold to shore up our reserves. Why would you sell 50% of our gold reserves only to turn around a few weeks later that you want policy approval to go and buy more gold? And by the way, at the time they sold the gold, prices were around $4,000. By now, it's somewhere around $5,200. So already we have lost about $1,000 an ounce on the quantum they sold.
Honourable Member, your time is up.
The news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station.
Fast and safe. What's the new easy for our Android phone and our iOS phone? Go Play Store and Apple Store. Now download the brand new Unity Link mobile app. Sikamania yamre, Sikamania yede. Baby awabia. Usikamania wansano. Ubetimia sending mobile money ediako MTN, Vodafone, Tigo, Airtel. If you Unity Link mobile app so what me to airtime, make sure credit. Amba wadofo our app iso. Send this free app iso kwa to bank account. Sempre mprenwa what me ko use Sikano bank. What me send this call over 3,000 locations Wagana. Amuna Nipani to me Jinasu Jiska. Ebet mom was send this for debit card so and now credit card so download. Nasika money there. Your exchange rate no should be ejana na so. Unity Link mobile app where there. Partial.
The news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
Land disputes and never-ending legal battles? It's time to claim a legacy that truly belongs to you. Welcome to Rehoboth Havens, where we simplify the journey to home ownership for Ghanaians, whether you are at home or abroad. Located in the Tranke Hills of Ayimensa Damfa, our community offers stunning vistas of the Pediasin Ebri Mountains. Experience peace of mind in our secure, gated community, thoughtfully designed for your comfort amidst beautifully landscaped surroundings and premium recreational spaces. At Rehoboth Social Housing, we are here to turn your dreams into reality. With just 30% deposit, move into one of our ready-to-occupy homes today. We will extend your remaining balance over 5 years, providing the flexibility and assurance your family deserves. Choose from our modern 2-bedroom homes, the luxurious 3-bedroom sunbay, or our spacious 4-bedroom detached residences. Starting at just 675,000 Ghana cedis, your dream of home ownership is finally within reach. Don't wait any longer. Call us today at +233 55 375 1933 or +44 7917 376631. Rehoboth Social Housing. Your housing dream becomes reality.
Do you ever wonder who else has access to your car? Or what's happening at home when you're away? Relax. Key Security Solutions has you securely covered. From vehicle key programming, GPS tracking, alarms and dashcams to smart CCTV, intelligent locks and video doorbells, KSS gives you total control and peace of mind wherever you are. And if you simply want to pamper your ride, we've got premium car accessories from key cases to seat covers and back supports. Visit us today to check how many keys are programmed to your car for free. Find us at Kotobabi Star Oil near Pig Farm, Spintex, inside Palace Mall, or Atomic Junction, inside Atlantic Mall. Call 0244 313132 or 0501 535816. Follow at Key Doctors GH. Remember, the GH is the difference. Key Security Solutions, securely solved.
AJN and Co Limited. Wow! Quality accounting and tax services, and now officially recognized as one of the top 200 UK accountants in the 2016 Sunday Times list. Hooray! Come, let's do business and even save you more money. AJN and Co Limited. We are chartered certified accountants and business advisors. One of the finest in the country with quality professional services and excellent customer delivery. Our services include preparation of company and annual accounts, bookkeeping, self-assessment, payroll services, preparation of charity accounts, gift aid claims, tax planning, tax returns, business plans and advice, company registration, preparation of budgets, all kinds of mortgages and remortgaging. And now we are one-stop shop to arrange protection for general insurance, life cover, medical and health insurance, and income protection. We mean business. That is why we are now officially one of the top 200 accountants in the country. Papa, Yamaya Budinya Echese Yajuma Soeni, Entibra, Nianya or tax returns, any Wajuma Husikasem Mina amount. Nayababua Amunya mortgage, Naya insurance in Shishaya, a Fatawo, Wajuma, any Wabusuenina. So big companies, small businesses, charities, sole traders, self-employed, shops and restaurants. Please call Let's Do Business on 0163 447 0495. That's 0163 447 0495 or 0788 307 7742. Our address is AJN and Co Limited, Equitable House, 10 Woolwich New Road, London, SE18 6AB. Visit www.ajnandco.co.uk. Now officially a Sunday Times Top 200 accounting company.
Introducing Ida's Shipping Services Limited, your premium partner in shipping solutions. Come to us for your excellent door-to-door air freight or sea freight to Ghana, Nigeria, Uganda, the Caribbean, and the rest of the world at affordable rates.
From £3.65 per kilogram, you can get all your air freights to Ghana, Nigeria, and Uganda. And on your sea freight, from £40, you can get all your boxes to Ghana, Nigeria, and Uganda. From £75, you can get all your drums from UK to Caribbean Kingston.
Our streamlined processes ensures that your cargo arrives safely and on time every time. At EDAS, we ship personal and commercial items, containers, cars, and parcels at affordable prices. We are also into airline ticketing and money transfers. We are located at 65 Upton Lane, Forest Gate, London, E79PB.
You can also call us on 0203 9760697 or 079 4736 1067. Email us at edas.shipping@yahoo.com.
EDAS, the best in town.
The interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
In the meantime, they're calling me to admit it so. Now, and so UK Abonte so on some of the major headline news this morning. The Christian group outrage at church reform conference held in Church House. And a member of the Christian group have also spoken of their shock and disappointment that Reform Group or the Reform UK party was allowed to use the Church of England headquarters for a press conference. In Tenora, there's an opposition that has criticized immensely of the UK Reform Church, Reform Party. Now, Omo conference, they said the party immigration policies were opposed to church beliefs and teachings. The Reform leader, Nigel Farage, announced his new top team at a press conference in Assembly Hall at the Church House in Westminster last week. The party said the criticism was titled "More Than a Cheap Political Stunt." And to the Church House, whose lettings policy says it does not accept bookings from groups which promote racial prejudice, said it operated on a commercial basis and was not part of the Church of England. Christians for Welcoming Britain said it was outrageous, or it was outrage, that the church house had permitted Reform UK to use the venue, and that it created the impression that the church gave it blessings to hostile policies and divisive rhetoric. And to other organizations and parties, including the Conservative and Labour Party, has previously used the venue, as they have reformed multiple times. Into why it was their latest event hosted inside the chamber, where the Church of England had only the week before held its National Assembly General Synod, which would cause the biggest stir. Into the Reform Party held their press conference at a church in Westminster, and there has been critics who are saying they don't understand why the auditorium will be given to the members of the Naja Farage group, the Reform team, to go and have their press conference there, because they don't believe some of their ideologies, especially when they talk about immigration and other issues, which does not conform with what is happening in the country. And they don't welcome them, as for the British, the church house had permitted the UK Reform Party to use the venue, that it created that impression that the church gave it blessings to hostile policies and divisive rhetorics. Into that is the devices now, Nipa Munchichemu Reform Party has been labeled as Nipa Inchichemu. So when you do that, that means that people will be outraged about your performance and your persona. Enyama eko sunu chese. Asori no nipa ni bi members of Christian group no bi are criticizing the venue for Reform Party. Say asori a war Westminster area hono. Mode ma sa party na omode ba beye bibia ente sa wa ha. Enya de nya parties bebre o aba abeye. There was no divisiveness, no rhetorics, any enyama immigration nyama ye kanu pen ni ade no enya de ye so enti na Jafragin group nso akacha sorry ni say sa group ni say eno ye political stand bi na moteki and amode backlash yen. Enti that is the issue on one of the major headlines from the UK based report. In the meantime, and as me catch you say, abina she say obeti electricity so by April year ye be remi next 2 months. And no hun sem enso ha. UK winter nowhere near a record breaker despite flood and storms. And also ewa ha. Na Ministry of Defense launches review into whether Epstein used rough bases in Januhonsem Enono Glasgow Center dispersal zone to be introduced as part of the crackdowns. In the meantime, 6 planet show and celestial parade and also waha na mehun abrantia back in the days hano de techeman pro Soham double murderer Ian Huntley is being treated for serious head injuries after he was attacked by another inmate in prison workshop. Na ubeka abrantia ya ono enemrebi beye year 2003-2004 okum sukufuo bi 2 girls bi ediom kosie wo bush so ubeka ya 52-year-old is serving a life sentence for murdering schoolgirls Holly Wells and Jessica Chapman in August 2002. I remember. The prison service confirmed that the prisoner was taken from HMP Frankland, a high security facility in County Denham, to hospital on Thursday morning. Denham Constabulary said a male prisoner in his mid-40s suspected of carrying out attack in detention but had not been arrested at this stage. The Sun newspaper, which records that the first reported the attack, said Huntley was beaten with a metal pole An ambulance was dispatched to HMP Frankland. Now, the Northeast Ambulance Service spokesperson said the injured inmate was taken to hospital by road. Denham, Canterbury, confirmed a police investigation is underway, that the detectives are liaising with the staff at the prisons, until the police were alerted that an assault which has taken place within HMP Frankland in Denham this morning, that was yesterday, a male prisoner suffered a serious injuries during incident and was transported to hospital. The death of 10-year-old Jessica and Holly in the quiet Cambridgeshire town of Sonam was on the 4th of August 2002 shocked the country, where Huntley, originally from Grimsby, enticed both schoolgirls into his home and murdered them before dumping their bodies into a ditch some 12 miles away. Now, suspicions were raised about Huntley after he gave detailed interview to the media about Holly and Jessica 2 weeks after they disappeared. Holly and Jessica bodies were found in a near ditch in air base in Lucknow, Suffolk. Huntley was a caretaker at Sunham Village College, was arrested and charged with their murders. During the trial, the Old Bailey prosecutor Richard Latham QC described Huntley as ruthless, and Huntley account of both death and desperate lies. And in his evidence, Huntley claimed that Holly died accidentally after falling into his bath when he was helping her with the nosebleed. And however, he admitted had killed Jessica by putting his hands over her mouth to stop her screaming, and that hold and told lies to the police to cover his tracks. Huntley has admitted dumping the girls' bodies in the ditch trying to burn them. Huntley was convicted on the 17th December 2003 following the trial at Old Bailey. He was ordered to serve a minimum of 40 years in prison before being considered for release and will not be eligible for parole until 2042. And his girlfriend, Maxine Carr, a teacher assistant at the girls' primary school, was also jailed in 2003, and after being found guilty of conspiring to pervert the court of justice, and she was freed from jail, given a new identity in May 2004. After his arrest, it emerged that Huntley, now 52, had been able to work with children despite being the subject of rape and sexual assault complaints. Huntley had been subject of series of complaints made to the police, Hampshire, where he had worked before. Huntley, in 2002, murdered these young girls in a cold blood, and then he went to dump them in a ditch. Now, he was part of the investigation. When the issue cropped up, he was helping the police with a lot of investigation, I remember. And then he was invited to a certain quarters to have spoken the truth about the two young ladies who were murdered, the two young girls who were murdered. They were at the age of 10 and I think 12 years. Huntley Kunwono, and he was helping the police because of a school assistant. And he was helping the police to make sure the investigation would continue. So he was even like a sympathizer who was sympathizing with the death of the two girls, not knowing he was the orchestrator, he was the murderer. He murdered the two girls and later was found to have been convicted for life imprisonment. And then this time around, he is 52 as we speak today. He has been brutalized. He has been brutalized in prison. When he was 7, a 40-year-old man in prison, and so used metal to hit him twice, and then he fell unconscious. He was taken to hospital by road, and then the narrative of what happened during his tenure when he was the school assistant who killed the young girls, and then Obana and girlfriend also was left off the hook, because at the end of the day, she was being conspired. But later on, when the investigation was conducted thoroughly, and then they have to leave her off the hook. Into Huntley, 2002, I remember this story was all over the place. Okun kolana ono boa esu te say ono de onye hwe no. Later on, the police identified, the QC made sure that everything was saying was a palpable lie, and also he was ruthless about his demeanor by killing the two little girls. And on some and so a war. The news update. As we move on quickly and bringing you one subject before we proceed with our issues on board and pay wherever you are this morning. I hope life is better match for you today. Now let's move to Ghana. Now you share a couple of news updates, and then before we can proceed with our subsequent issues this morning by kind courtesy of our proud sponsors this morning. Now, Enra yenke minshemu ena yete se afarephobia omo ewo senya breku area ho ekopenam achi na wonam puswa na armed robbers and as unidentifiable suspect, and so echo kidnap one. Enti ahoa na navy for titru navy for na omohwe epono so no eye tentem ene police for ho ye ha na emrantie yi omo kwajomo mi be about 71 of them who were fishing. Na just say it was a nation wrecking where people clandestinely would go and ambush people who are going to make a living through fishing. Now, they were. I remember one of the landmark cases. D. Dudley and Stevens, where there was a shipwreck. Nipa Omukochinam. That was in 1884. Now, one of the landmark cases. Now, Arofu Yebio. No Omukochinam ne namno. Omenyan namni bi. Until there was a year a puno a sochi. Started say boom na epono nsusu no eye rough nti na just say come the one pa nti one of their cabin crew no na omo koche no na omo etwitwa no we no yes nti it was a malicious act that was harmful to the society to cause distress. It is angofui one of the landmark cases I used to say Sasemisi in 1884 in the United Kingdom, where they were going to fish for a year. They were going for fishing. Now they wreck the nation. Now at Torrenchem Tonko for just say Oma Winipa, Oma cabin crew, Oma Weno. That was 1884. That was Al Deadly and Stevens. As some I see here in 1884. So they were convicted for life. Now look at a situation where Ghanaian fishermen who were trolling to go and fish for a daily activity, in Senyabreku, they were ambushed and kidnapped by unassailants in a difficult moment. So they have been rescued. 71 of them has been rescued. It's a good news for the naval service. In the meantime, in between time, electricity no get leg. It be cable metal wire where they carry them so. Now let's look at one of the important of the issues. In the meantime, as we keep reading the major headlines and pay as we get back into business. Now yentwa igmedeno so anope hot digital online and OTA 38 minutes past 9 o'clock this morning. We bring you one or two issues now yentwa igmedeno so anope and check maybe so.
The news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
Unity link for you. And you're fast, and you're safe. What's the new so easy? For our Android phone and our iOS phone. Go Play Store and Apple Store. Now download the brand new Unity Link mobile app. Sikamania yamre. Sikamania yede. Baby wabia. Usikamania wansano. Ubetimia sending mobile money at your MTN, Vodafone, Tigo Airtel. If you Unity Link mobile app so. What me to airtime? Make sure credit. Aba wadofo. Our app is so. Send this free app is so to bank account. Sempre what me use. Bank. What me send send Niska call over 3,000 locations Wagana. Amuna nipa ni timi jina so Jiska. Ebet mo send Niska for debit card so and now credit card so download. Nasika money there. Your exchange rate no so dia ejina na so. Unity Link mobile app where there. Partial.
The news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
A deepen our relationship and collaborations. So it is one of the things or touching light on it. As I speak to you about the National Identification Authority, there are collaboration between Ghana Health Services on this 0 to 5 registration, because also here data no ama womu enso ediaye omunyoma bebre. So we are collaborating. There are collaboration between us and the Ministry of Education. There are collaborations between the NIA and many other institutions, especially institutions na yenyina so yewo under one mother ministry, Ministry of Interior. Offer to say Ghana Police, offer to say Ghana Fire Service, Immigration Service. Immigration Service cried to me, I deploy in Krofwamayen. Say, Womonso Embeka Humwa in the registration process. Now, Womo Ebema, some security of a sort, and then also help us in identification and ostracizing unqualified people from our road in the account. As our collaboration, and many other. So such collaborations, you say, more smoother than you would expect, because we are pim the other agency to come in and make your work completer. That agency is already in the process, because we didn't know more collaborations. I think that is one thing that is being wonderful under this His Excellency John Dramani Mahamad's administration. And now, but beyond that, Ghana for Mbebunu, the issue of employment. I know na be one major issues. Having gone through the legislations, and the 24-hour economy is under is at implementation level. Many can say there has been collaboration between the National Identification Authority and the digital center. I war Kwame Nkrumah Circle for baby Aminia Jifagunu Ewo Ghana Digital Center Accra. Womo Abebwayema ya started the 24-hour services for the Ghana card. Such collaborations, also with other institutions, because now I say you did 20 years National Identification Authority. You did 20 years, and also you share to
2006.
Yes, you share to outline series of programs. Now, our collaboration by that 20 years, nice and so air catcher will say amount for Ghana card very soon. Or mobile here renewals. Because now I'm saying 10 years.
10 years.
Yes. Very soon, about 4 cards will be here renewals, and then so send a card and here, and now the Beku school, and now the Beku bank, and now the Beku hospital, and now the baby Biano. I will say, in Shabby to Quine, send a beya, Queen. So I renew our time, because a month for in our year one card at the same time. So 1 year a month will be brave, so card be at the same time. Now to prevent rush, intina yes our collaborations, our digital center 24-hour service. And now point Juma, there's a platform and I do VR. Now me know I drive it. Now you call digital center. Now I cost a sound card. Now wait to me in other prestige centers.
The news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
Okay. But I dear men so metia many beji pa ye ni se kwan a aban be fa so a kokko akuafo no obetwi omo kana afei kokko roads na aka ho no e be hwe kwan e be fa so a ye be ye ba bia wo sisi se na se so me yehunu ba bia ye wo because minim cocoa growing areas bia oma kwan nyenyenyenyenye aban de nsa kasa kwan na dada contractors are no more site here adwuma ni nyina ne bebre agejai na mehwe kwan aban be fa so a obenya skari atua contractors ne ka and what government will say. And one other important thing is say projects are buying over the period they want nsa kan ababisi na ye nwie ye foforo gumu no ya na sade na ye worry mami.
No, I think when it comes to this, I was saying na ya kabumu na ya bo John Dramani Mahama by we abaso with that regard. I mean, clearly, one of the issues are edapnoso agenda 111. Aban we etwaso aba hospitals ni bia yeja wo hono or twaso. Unlike the situation he came to meet, because one of the critical things are the implementation of the free SHS access. Na aban na o free abamu in 2016, you know, eja project and kayetimi completed. Some of them even boarding school. Na say ya na me hu ba ko ewo bono area ho. Eno kra no de ye nsi no say ye day school, ye see no say boarding school. E ma ye ja to ho. Ni ekeka. So if these ones were all considered, na anka buying dada no etimi anka eboaye, but on this particular issue, most of the things are it is all to serve the ordinary Ghanaian. The days of na ye ko na ye ba na me na me ye we na ye we wona wo ye na Ghana for enya ho mfaso any we na ye ya me beto aso e ma Ghana for enya ho mfaso, which is better. I think the latter is better. Indeed, if the latter is better, that is why we should be looking at ensuring that yebetimi aye na ban we up on homebody in that area very well. I mean, it wasn't just kasa keke or twaso one of the key projects the Kumasi Nsawam
of Angonsa
kwan nana ene okwo a wonhu adwuma no ekoso kakra na many other things
no mo za kwan de okana bibi ya me jai
oh so kwan no but the progress people are seeing progress. I mean,
no, you see, sometimes sometimes I think politicians a contractor ebedi ni bone na a politician mo agye sa bone na so a
correct
she said ye mo na mo adwuma because minim kra no minim say president mama ban bae no wa ma contractor over 800 million cedis but o hwe adwuma na ekoso ho na nye 8 million 800 million adwuma no and sa kwan no alaji almost started kwan na me can say e kwan no swadodo e kwan especially the outer lane no
yeah.
See, I can't say, Abubu Yakra say, or Quanoswa, that's my
block, yes.
That's my bad. There may engineer, may kind of Mantias here. The reality is playing now. There now.
Yeah, it's very a clear observation. Now, I'm not an engineer too, and I'm yet to see when full completion, when access is given to the main roads that one thing, you know, how
see,
it will look
even
like.
if access is given, one of the things that is Omar Rifin is when it comes to the service lane na efan. Unim trotro fu suban. Unim trotro fu suban. Ba ku be gina kwa no say.
Oh yes. Now I block it back.
I block back.
Na elu aro no.
Na next one so abeto aso. E kwa na si.
Yes.
No problem.
But Nana, it's all about revisiting a critical issue. Me who say yeja,
which is
the BRTs.
Aye.
So it's all about revisiting that issue.
Okay,
because Ubedu menimu haya. One say infrastructure no that's wo. Infrastructure no the Musa could do achimota, but ya manase. But if we can, first enna mi wojidie wareshemu. Say in the coming days, that is what the government will do to complement the issue of once South Africa about bebre amount for saline tintin in the ekeka cars can in the ekeka. I think it is the you say ya ignore sa policy papa bia na anka ebebuama ya free flow of people to and from their work any if you know.
So my brother Alhaji Naziru can greet his 2 cat eaters, Wisdom and Bejra, and forget about me, a whole chicken farmer. Okay. He shouldn't blame me if his salad chicken never arrives.
One drumstick, one drumstick, be up, Bano, they can you mount it. Because what to tell all the other baby. Bitia or any Madam Root Sadonina. Almost all you Jumadin, I will be your one.
Mate, Medasiano pay.
Nana, Mr. Medasi.
Yamin Shrow.
Yadagana for swimming.
Anymore, never Bugano anymore.
The news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
Yeah, no, I bonnet, me cancel me coffee. I joy say, oh, Hano Dodo. Now you way I can be mano. Eh? I like Nazu way I can be mo.
Nana one can be a madam, what they meet you? My baby, next weekend. My baby, next weekend now. Yeah. Nana, I was on the call. Yabeze avu.
So
me bo uncompleted ejuma bi wo ho.
Tune it in. Turn it up. Hot Digital Online.
Some baby go can say fufu no be member pena to say ejuma no sesan ya ye de me call baby fufu. Enti this one there me ba fufu no kran ye be de me mam itinerary. Enti madam bitiao.
I'm don't go for saying in battle for chicken and negotiate bra and pay. So what I'm farm my Monday my baby boo new has a one farmer then me catch it up play.
The news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
And I'm a chokuma charge and shim. And I'm see OSP for some share a year corruption related, you know. To be teachers, na so they are not commercial we. E dey na sa tro no come cocoa board. Enunye. 20th of February 2026. Last week Friday. And omo call Registrar General Department. So omo ko sisa no ma bi wo ho.
Ni ma no bi to say so omo your opinion dey free me cry.
That by share transfer instrument. Legal capital management, you know, one of the trustees. And Atobuatin, honestly a trustee, on one activity idea, no Diama Legal Management Limited, and on one Atobuatin. This is what I say. Both transferred all their 400 and 1,600 ordinary shares, valued at 400 and 1,600 each, which is 2,000, to Yawo Edinam, one of the directors, to Yawo Edinam, that by share transfer instrument dated 20th January 2025. Yawo Edinam Kofi now owns all 2,000 ordinary shares, valued at 2,000 as the sole shareholder, filed on 20th February 2026, last week Friday.
And a changes in the buy.
And now what could file it?
So after so raises
you know. So what does that mean? This one alone tells you that he is still the owner of the company, because even the file has not been approved yet. The one who signed at the Registrar General Department, KS Boatin, Registrar of Companies. This is not a convincing. Unjaya kushina opesu digana for. unja krono na sebi opeso obo Ghana
entro ana say because
opeso di Ghana for no. It is not right. Why did I come by this? I came by this because enya mi o PBC for omo ne adwuma eko omo ye aban ne dia omo to koko ana Atlas Commodities Limited na ye atobo aten wo dia no momo ye ankrankra adwuma mo so moto koko ba wo no oye deputy CEO acting edema Atlas edema Cocoa Board PBC for nya sika emfa to koko ba wo Atlas Commodities dia wo nya sika de to koko ade na sika no amomo de ama
eye Cocoa Board de sika na mana na so
the point is that say Cocoa Board be nya sika de ama no anase Cocoa Board be pebosia de ama no. It is the responsibility of Cocoa Board to ensure say government agencies are able to work and create the margins and pay workers of PBC, because as we speak PBC for more than a year has not been paid. Workers they have not been paid. And say wo Atlas Commodities no PBC for now they come make you monitoring investigations no muhunu say wo ye ankrankra adwuma anase ankrankra LBC ubehia warehouse a camera no ho woni warehouse ni depo a untimi ntokoko enti wo hwe LBC for na anase Atlas Commodity for na ankasa omo response obo de buyer response no omo ankasa my Ghana for hu. This is the response from Atlas Commodities. Paragraph 3. Our active districts currently include Ashanti region, Eastern region, Central region, Western South region. There's nothing like a year OT region or Volta region. Omo Adiatum say they don't have any operational capacity or tools of trade OT region or a year Volta region. And a PBC for call report at the end of the month a year Kajebi police station. Say omo warehouse is a wohono. Omo will say Atlas Commodities for the AUSU. Now Atlas Commodities omo timi AUSU are buying warehouses a just say free baby if you so. A just obi na the echinchim wo monsa. And omo USU purchasing clerks and other people working for PBC.
But private sectors na ye ma wo warehouse e mo ntokoko ni nguana.
Private sector no say obetimi atokoko a just a the warehouse akọ na ya approve amount aside when your license.
Okay, I see.
Enti when him say PBC for akọ report asem de akọ makadebi no omo the all these documents can. This is the receipt Atlas Commodities for a issue here e wo warehouse e wo kadebi omo de atokoko ebinie National Security ni police car mache no tracks way Atlas Commodities for there na Cocoa about 800 bars egusua omudi bia kwa do temakpot e bi nso ye che no kwan so. One of them this car AE 152612 Atlas Commodities company na American atoboaten ne dia they are able to operate warehouses and depots aban no dia. These are some of the receipts. In fact, some documents we normally are dying police. Where are some of the ceilings? Ceilings here, they just Cocoa no. The ceiling of Atlas Commodities Limited. And you know, going now national security. Kajebi police station.
Okay.
These are some of the files. And there are some of them who try Nipana no mudi boni no mu where Cocoa ni pictures ni bini.
In all of us we say now what me putti evidence when you're not together.
Yes.
Charge am our response OSP
Charge needs not give me a response now because the only response I charge am going to say they have received my application and they have opened investigation
acknowledge that.
But the entity am mature letter they akoma Cocoa Board mpanyifo ne say say Registrar General Department Registrar General Department atoboatin news to me.
Okay.
So that's it. But we attempt to say the we amend ho. How about Cocoa Board honor no to me no, especially in the office in terms of administration and finance no in charge no. That's a documents a be conceal evidence e be conceal normal charge for be here no dey investigation you no be you know.
Now dear na wo pese wo achieve out of we nyina.
Answer the question again. I'm saying the only so control mpo wa sha ase esesa no the enye no office or sesa no how much more documents are done anymore ono abetimi asesa no office.
Na me say
maybe so let's answer that. So that it is on that basis
ni team say one obe sesa bibi o
senior high school. Senior high school
honorable, what do
I
know say you put Become secondary school.
Become secondary
that time, but the senior school.
Yes.
Become senior.
Call my teacher, so logical reasoning.
Honorable.
So logical reasoning.
Honorable.
Or say A implies B. And that's that.
May say.
If A implies B, it can also be possible to say B implies C.
I know you're way different from.
It's logical reasoning.
Come on.
How can it be different?
How can I sit here?
Logical reasoning.
So how can I sit here and perceive that the fact say why you say nature say
that's what I'm saying. Say the documents now any
just obey to me, but not just obey yet.
So now I bring you to Article 284 or Constitution for this year. As far can you see, let's go and read Article 284.
Mini will have say
Article 284 of the 1992 Constitution. What was some kind on a baby pre-watch? A public officer shall not put himself in a position where his personal interest conflicts or is likely to conflict with the performance of his functions of his office. I repeat, or is likely to conflict with the performance of the functions of his office. What does that mean? Say, and train say, Nipano, why you boneno, ewie. No, what she say, baby, original. And you likely say the position you crown no, about conflicting with the personal position. Article 284 is saying that the threshold and the standard that has been set for you is that and tracing the panel bonina ye. But the panel position or teno, Sabana Che, and no cameraman who say, baby, a quality ye. He is likely to conflict the personal position with that of his official position. Article 284 tells you that you can hold the person's hand.
Ain't baby so say, ain't now, no, do you think say on resigning as a deputy CEO Anna? Is that what you're trying to achieve?
So I'm resigning so I know said there are men of integrity on the board of Cocoa Board.
Okay.
Chaired by Chairman Ampofo. The men of integrity have seen that indeed Atlas Commodities and in fact per the confirmation from PBC Nyame. PBC Ejumayoku a money Cocoa Board na Ejuma. Omo na beka say Atlas Commodities. Omo nso mo Ejuma warehouses do mo sorry free hono. Ona ma say Cocoa Board for say be send ma o dey bio phone no. Na share the second paragraph na PBC for try no. PBC for asem mo try ho no. Eno na ehia misisi a I think it is the fifth paragraph will say we encourage Cocoa Board PBCO our money are to
enforce regulations requiring LBCs in maintaining physical offices
in the operational
areas.
Almost Cocoa Board near why Atobuatin. Into Atobuatin and the enforcing regulations or enforcing regulations.
Well, deputy, what can Cocoa Board the
Atobuatin? Cocoa Board. Your case will be a director in charge of finance and administration. Run the Abbey or Tohono. Me say, oh, who check it da? Copy will be free Cocoa Board for 4 years. Go and ask. It is the one who is in charge of finance and administration.
Okay. Into when you na ekokusi no one resign here. And then I will say.
And I make us say I know say there are men of integrity on the Cocoa Board. No. My petition almost say one, they should not confirm the man as deputy because you're acting. They should not confirm him as the deputy CEO in charge of finance and administration.
Okay.
Because if you do, what it means is say all the things that we have raised against Cocoa Board and the fact that more decisions be young people in Cocoa Board, young staff or more bread, salary by 10%, senior staff also about 20%. It means that you don't even care about them because some of these decisions and the board money. That is why workers at PBC has not been paid. It is because of some of these reckless decisions are a classic example of what we call insider trading. So the men of integrity on the Cocoa Board should be able to make sure say the man resigns, and I said they should not confirm him. Two, they should also make sure say he steps aside. He should step aside because as we see, he is the one who can also give God praises.
The news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
pankasa, I want fair and pedede. Eh, mentankasa, sika and pedede. I run a pankasa, I want fair and pedede. Eh, miaminia, on fanya me de me huaba. Asamnunia, on kosunka, yon fumobida.
And that was the voice of Eko Asifua, Member of Parliament for Old Tafo, Vincent Eko Asifua, accusing the Deputy CEO of Cocoa Board of conflict of interest. Minority in Parliament has been accused embarking a smear campaign designate distinguished technocrat of Cocoa Board following what critics describe as a failed attempt by some rented farmers to tarnish the image of the cocoa regulator. The accusation follow allegations by members of the minority New Patriotic Party led by Member of Parliament for Old Tafo Vincent Eko Asifua, lawyer, against the Deputy Chief Executive Officer of Cocoa Board in charge of the finance and administration, Atu Boating. Asifua has petitioned the Office of the Special Prosecutor and also the Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice to probe what they describe as a potential conflict of interest. Asifua has questioned Cocoa Board continued business engagement with Atlas Commodities Limited, citing Boating previous professional association with the companies as the grounds for concern. However, the Boating reassigned as director of Atlas Commodities Limited on January 20th, 2025, prior to his appointment to Cocoa Board in February 2025, also transferred his shares in the company to Edinam Yao Kofi and George Ofori, who now manage them as trustees. To ensure full transparency and compliance with the public service regulation, Atu Boating stated and declared his previous interest in Atlas Commodity in the official declaration assets and liability, which has been duly also lodged with the Auditor General. Inti Yenya Eko Asifua, a member of Parliament for a year Old Tafo, and he uncovered what he thinks it was a conflict of interest by Deputy CEO of Cocoa Board, who is also doing same business as he's been appointed to manage the affairs of the cocoa when he want to deputize Randy Abbey. Although work with the IFC from August 2007 to October 2015, the association has not been questioned by Asifua and his colleagues, and even after Cocoa Board secured millions of dollars from the IFC. And Semnom has been petitioned by the various institutions, a special prosecutor, and Shraj to investigate the matter into detail. And so on. As we're moving on quickly, and check na ibedi command pay unity link form rate no 1464 nti emuda ho yopo Unity Link Financial Services Limited on the rate no say kama nti Unity Link for no pay me checham the whole entire management and pay ye checham papa Real Social Housing Force and Kyle say open dine 2, 3, and 4 bedroom houses now what to know and what you mortgage not just say a bit wow see I know almost about cities instead of dollars because now man for complaining say ye these cities into cities into no convert bibia into cities into from one plus 44791 737 6631 plus 44791 737 6631 and plus 233 244 764499 plus 233 244 764499 Real Social Housing for Chakwan ewo Milton Keynes Omsanso branch ewo my Ghana. Home Security Solutions one of the companies are obo mumboding ebano bimbo hunsem with security paramount. Indeed, when they talk about key programming, car alarm systems, vehicle tracking, CCTV installations, smart lock systems, access control systems, and gate automation. Like I say, we get automizing. Like I say, modding into bibi touch my pet gate no so be alarm no dey kind of say alarm blow into Bombodian Zone Security Agency bedding komo omo Ghana form was 0244 313132 0244 313132 and 050 153 5816 and no key doctor aka key doctor from Home Security Solutions and pay and so ebo chidom AGN and Co Limited, the chartered accountant business advisors, specialist in preparation, annual account, bookkeeping, self-assessment, especially for Uber drivers. For more, 016344 704 95 and 07883 777 742. And we are AGN and Co Limited, chartered accountant business advisor. Father for ban a passport, one and some airline ticketer for Enya Francis or Finsbury Park. London, November 4, 3 Echo Green. Fatherless Visa Travel and Tours. And pay and so a boy chidom. From 016344 0207 619 3843 0207 619 3843 and 079 3965 6111. Tiano Fatherless Visa Travel and Tours. And paying some cows either shipping for a bano say Odo Nyama call mine Ghana. One of the shipping agencies as you know omunso ewokrum a door-to-door service both by air and sea. In the new EDAS for from na for Nyama call Mao omo ewo 65 Upton Lane Forest Gate Echo 7 9 Premier Bravo. Na just say omo above 6 drums and tips. And also say omo at the container omo the car ko Ghana omo boxing kama sha container mu na je say atorinche mi anto car no na je say yo sa ne kudro man Ghana ba no personal effect nso a eno ye EDAS for from more +44 794 737 6631 +44 794 737 6631 eno ye EDAS na quality kinky dokono show any nam chinam ne yakeka ho de that just say na kinky quality gown and fancy kinky made from real Ghanaian condo na just say ye banchi mori papa any bibia no mo de aye no kama other flour added no other flour added na just for bia na just near pure quality real Ghanaian condo best palm oil peanuts and as a peanut butter any konkonte ni na kinky our no what times to 163 High Street what times to near Nationwide Bank what the answer bet me from was 074 824 22505 074 824 22505 na kinky dokno shufie how the guitar online say yanka will say your website is officially launched into Kowa. Most of the major headline news from around the globe no minyebi or hot digital online website and you can chip in and read some of the update. If you miss the opportunity to listen to some of the information being disseminated to you, the best thing to do is to navigate and join our website and have a full entertainment news, business, sports, diaspora, health and culture. Ninano is there. It's obviously a life and call it. And I'll pay you E&J handyman when you talk about carpentry works, door fixing and hanging, fixing of kitchen wardrobes and wooden floors. And know your E&J handyman war 0207 074 324 02117 074 324 02117. NS Dua, Miami in your NS Dua, and I pay wish them live. Our Facebook and YouTube. And if for Facebook viewers, we thank you one more time. And the YouTube and opinions so those who are watching us live on YouTube, we share our gratitude to all of you and other loved ones who are also adding up, making sure they can also screenshot us. Stephen Marfo is watching us live, and one love, and that's Dria, one of my old, they always say the acrodites into one of the acrodites of Tema Secondary School, and the NSDR, one of these days will link up. Now said of Timberland Park School, non-Fulham Park, yes, Honor Wall. Now, so is watching us live this morning. Now, 2 female presenters, urgently wanted by the station. In the 2 female presenters who are urgently wanted by the station for a year. Ubia experience and our experience Ukraine. You can call the CEO on +44 793 140 6630 +44 793 140 6630. Enti eno sem and so the human of fashions and so a bano say kente weaving at Bonvuri, like I said, Bonvuri papa kente papa for decorations, making sure say oh ye be like biana oye outdooring be and now so say reception be now person dressing kente style. The tradition goes on. Was winning my mamre on say mamre enti Human of fashions ebe decorative kama. So kaftan any cufflinks ni bibia chow ahinema kente ube fra yede ahinebe good komu na say bibia unsa yede bibe to unsa ni ade na say it is a beautiful atmosphere that you also get yourself in. From was 079 049 50636 079 049 50636 and no Emmanuel fashion and ne and I nua ba Alice Ekuya Bonsu okay ofrimono nya 47 years, such a beautiful lady. Nyamin Fanny Krensie, she died over say rehosem papa our frimono busuafono as you say ne and a church service in Bebaso. I was St. Olive Church, Woodbury down from 11 a.m. and pay Manor House, London N4 2TW. Into burial will take place at Wood Green Cemetery, Wolves Lane, London N22 5 Delta, Quebec, at 2 p.m. sharp. Reception at Bebaso from 4 p.m. in Umre to 11 p.m. Our Broadwater Farms Community Center, number 1 Adams Road N17 6HG. Inti enibri soja, enibri and soja and pa, and I just say nibri and soja. Inti ene baso 079 600 93715. Inti inuya ba Alice Ekuya Bonsu okay ofrimono ne na omojano kwan. Yanko enimni ento admire nso anope.
Coming very soon. My Lord is coming very soon. Messiah is coming very soon. Oh, coming very soon. Jesus is coming very soon. Oh, my Lord is coming very soon. Messiah is coming.
Mr. Clement, happy belated birthday to you, Mr. Clement. Saturday was your birthday. May the Lord protect you and guide you. Mr. Clement of Jasmadev Kitchen Restaurant and Bar, all the way in Enfield. Gifty Godson. Jesus is coming very soon. Once again, we usher you into our podium. Enche, we'll be activating the phone lines for you to call. And now, and then Friday morning, Social Friday, Shelly, on the TikTok and the time is due. And then Enche will be going straight to the phone line to pick your calls right about now.
When the time is due, the sense of the days.
Adwokis, and so Eshe and Life and Alice Pongboso and so Asian Life and pay Bruce Ankra also sharing life and pay Yadamuna Sipapa Mwamu TikTok Mwamu sharing live our Facebook and YouTube. Thank you very much. Those who listen us live on Hot Digital Online platform, and will pay more grace to your elbow. And then Chebeko line is on 079084433338 by our kind courtesy Unity Link Financial Services Limited. And then a 1464. Send money through the platforms in case I will send this Ikana who face any difficulty. Link up with Unity Financial Services Limited. They will solve your problems for you quickly. Johanna Hango and so is watching us live this morning on our platforms and pay. We share all our love and pay Mamungina.
Coming very soon.
Sikaba.
My Lord is coming.
Sika Michia and pay Beton catch Minia Bar. Zia Sika Awo Islando. Sika and pay Michia Papa watching us live on TikTok. Most of our friends who we've made them so much now getting through and watching us live on our platforms and pay. We appreciate all of you.
Would you be ready?
Will you be ready?
The time is you. Oh, the sense of the day.
Today, nation's address by President His Excellency John Mahama. And in a jiffy, when we link up to the news and pay definitely from 11 economy na nation's address no bekoso Friday morning and pay yanko him na to ebeden so and pay Gifty Godson and I'm waiting in canopy by candidacy of our major sponsors this morning. Live right here, Dulwich, and so Dulwich, your phone, live right here. Thank you very much, Sikaba, for a raising. And good morning to you, bro. All right, young court line is in command of na young bonny to na yamai muso nation's address is there. Parkway Smith and so na Paul February and so Asian Life and our champion is here and so Asian Life and pay watching us live this morning. We appreciate and also share our gratitude to all of you this morning. Though both our major platforms and pay all inclusive. Yanko 9-12 million. So it's Friday, so we'll do it quickly and then make sure we start from the studios and pay. Now other subsequent programs will be on. Opening mouth baby, I will be on pay me chichao and all the presenters this morning. Kudos to all of you for the wonderful contribution meted out to the station and to the community and beyond. And pay Mr. Victor happen to be my producer and my able body. Mr. Victor, I no pay me chicham, you saw who your papa, yami, and shout papa, no bon who buying. And to all the friends and loved ones, those watching us live this morning, we also share more to you and pay. Yanko. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Valentine. My name is Anemicha Ghana for you now.
And I ain't you.
Madam for my care upon Sour, US, California, Mike Michael pay. Ye call ye never know. Valentine, lawyer now, Saturdays, I on a program, a percent car. Would never ban or baba qualified the way I may. And then I'm social media, baby, I say, you can buy a pass to say, pensioners is a free, you can more than 6 months on pension and payment. I just was it?
I want the bomb pass. I want the bar. A proposal. And to the young gin to me. But I don't know. So, banner inconvenient. There will be a litigation. Litigate. It is not something they think because pension is not a freebie, and yet free. It is somebody who has worked tirelessly and is going on retirement. He has paid his dues. And at the end of the day, it has a result to say, me try me pension because you're Timmy. And me try me pension, I do pension. So when I'm going on retirement, regardless the scene, you can do the proposal, but there will be litigations. There will be a litigation surrounding this particular issue because we the lawyers, woman the because human rights lawyers with the court.
Because no more. You see, I want to say. Pension among elderly people be contempt no and they can metro youth unemployment close to 1 million. That's
right. You are right.
That is the result. Person nipa be pension LED then they will create youth unemployment.
Yeah. Bon. You know and to don't worry, I'll find one of these lawyers. All in an amado busy internet and saying but I'll get it. I know you're busy into me, but I'll see whether I'll be able to get lawyer for be on no time because lawyers in be no munya time. Obo wa na time na no pano he or you busy. Me time na ya na.
Mate, okay, yanko Ghana. Enra Peace FM news so na yetie na Nigeria for bi abaye ye marita eposo. Eno mo aba attack ye fisherman ejeje omo abo motos. Ebi kura da poso na ade chiansa na omo frɛ nadmufo ne Ghana Armed Forces Navy no mo ko rescue omo. Se sa na Nigeria for asɛ omo man na se omo de beba ye nso ye so aba attack ye fisherman dia. We are telling every fisherman, Ghanaian fisherman, say, "Oh, Kopua, arm yourself." Some phone, so. Almost say, "Omo Nigeria." No more ye, na so omo de beba ye fisherman. So, "Oh, Kopua, oh, ye Ghanaian now Kopua, arm yourself." Omo approach you, and we send it to the go so simple. Because in some phone, adults on Nigeria phone, I call mo. Ubi ebo mudin mu de mo pesa mo be mo man ye kro no na mo de mo pesa bobo. Arm yourself. Afe ye koye nem no World Bank for the abetu dwa say since 1957 a independence the interventions are so power social interventions so power Ghana yenya almighty free SHS aye kanya ye kache Ghana for amanti ase amakofa president ama abetena yeso no sisi ana electricity Ghana ni a ote Ghana no electricity bo eye denensen obi ote UK one baby 170 both electric and gas so Ghana need 267 pounds every 3 months be almost abetum mama is the whole to go so neko na ye catch on the compact am warning on sa batwo ewunsunsan so nti se wo to aba hwe policies ye catch on the president mama ne Dr. Bawumia embe debate na ye hu policies a ekito obi odeba mo apene any support yampene and makoto ama ne koko for kwa wontumi ntuo and everyone is going for strike teacher for strike me end the meti kura and pay kura say anese for aye adwuma fi say president mama ba omu ntuo mo kantafe na ye negotiate na e o ma no mo atue bi wa ma te o ma na atue bi wo ye nurse ni na say wa ye adwuma na afini na ye ntua aka na ada so kwa adwuma something wrong with you okay to take government to court why you dream so to awaka omo ntumi mbu ma na nkomo ambaji so omo ebebu next time abato wonsusa so nto aba think twice man time that
and Marcus yentio
yo my channel pay
ya jo super yentio ana pay
yo ana pay free Ghana krum na ya ba sisi na Valentine kilo speculation o kasa wi sisi ana na misa I'm feeling Valentine. With all due respect to program out here, and yeah, Frank Chrome Highland. And no man, yeah, no Chrome Hano. Different from no more Ghana.
Omono system nontra, but who a different serene, you know, who is
Valentine. And no man, sorry, I hire why cano, and foul more.
And I'm just saying, it's just a naivety. They don't know because of the system. But when the system is moving on now, and I say, Sister Krabi Bar, when you speak, they will know. Because over 2 bars of church and Yama Chubi. Was a groma, a buy, Oma Kuzubai, before God a man, who buy no. Now you also have the same syndrome. But who buy no, who system, what could you do institutions be who send you Yama Fanameboa? Exactly. I don't know friend terrain now abemuno. Terrain now abemuno is a different confinement. You can never compare system Ewokrumha because they started way back in time. Almost progress ya yen afena yeba. There are certain things you have to pardon the people back home so that we conscientize them. That is one thing you should know. Yo, I know.
Huh?
Yeah.
They call Ghana. Yeah, also a big alarm saying come over ready. So I'm a very intense conversation. Oh, you see how you see and I'm call Ghana, make sure that now protected. I will do personal investigation about this thing. Now I'm shouting it. Because I'm saying you man or Ghana. They catch will be on radio the next or pounty or not be alone. I don't make me to share that because the money involved are ridiculous. Valentine. One more cry to the point is say, one more prefer the Galamsey crack and so be told.
And so no to attacks. That's why we are not saying it's meant to good. You see, yenye ni yie yenti ase yenye ni yie yemfa nkofo na yentune yentua tax ma ban no nyiska asem na ani nti nyase yentumi ntu ase when there are stringent measures we can do it
Valentine ya kika different okay
and abitie da me chew no say ye nipa yete ye ho ase because ye say ade nti yenim say ye say no because we think say we are vulnerable ye say no and e matias here but I'm saying say dia wo ye no ada no man ye na ye ntie ho ase ne yenye ne ye ne mfa nkofo ne yentu ade no ne yensiesie ade no ano asam na ni enye bibia
ya wo kan yo ana me ka say
oh yeah
what we said o start here no o talking to so be a sabi o
because ono no person betua tax nti no ye no
what am I about
no issue no
o come out with no di me to so be a sabi o na twere mu do ti abrochi a
anything am say wo ba ntia nti na wo ba ya we bi so we be hu no that is what I'm saying nti ono no ti ono no because Marcus Theo ya working in the nutshell no the repercussion no yen ene e be fisi ana meboa
the audio I know because people know they know so they buy water to drink in Ghana say you know the Valentine is so so bad it be the local papa no nya no obi enu otumi yesa they know
okay all right
but baby akosi ni say baby me patra ni say akosi ni say ayi sikasem
Matias
ye culture no they know am ye yesu so no yesu obi akra papa no ma me mu din kokwa yes be akofra wo fa we brother wo fa we dey na dream do pa no ma chere na dream say sa culture is gone now who sika and ye come asem to no bia so no use so enemies necessary and no more the physical if you say abi all ye no oni mi say e be kum ni ya batonke onya sika Ghana ni no ado be sa bobo di ebe so because what I said me ma example quickly na me
quickly
me say my cousin 2 years ago, me didn't see another. But me am to another day. That just say so hard to attach you. Also, Pisca. Valentine 2 years in your year galamsey. Say, we sing Ghana matches when yes, come better. Are you crazy? If you made me say Ghana for Ghana Chrono. You may be over 100 years. So that the bandage will be
Marcus. All right. Fred, and you, the uncle.
me bomb pie at Rade. Me moi koni ejumapa. Ma mintia ohine kesiye na se ye papa so for akwa David. Marcus owie ye ne na nebisa kwa me peka me jatufo ye brother Joe ne Jema Boga nom obrempon ene nana kwa Smith nom mitiamo. Yenuyama obaya na abadikness ne dache hema mitia munyina debia yesa hema obaya obeka NDC fuya semama yeso yefo asoa enuanom bi se yempam ne mfi radio yeso nini ene na pafu Patrick nom papa government yenu bi yehu yo yehuina da ni ye komasem abato awonsunsan so eneyi mehunu voter region fu bi a wo kura placards oti ene ne kwado omo eyi demonstration say examination fees o se hwan no a PTA no a ye charge wo no afei de won mo entumi ntuada ne boy den dodo sa nkrofo we nom and start ball yura ekufuado na pampa so say school fees free education today na won betumi atua won school fees no and they want to create placard and omo ye can say in demonstration no na Marcus ya na nsem ni bi wo ha ye ka is as if say yet ha na ye konjo o so Ghana aba ene akwaba yenua kwabrama for ne McJerry no mono omo nye AI bi na ye di egu mframemu o kohwe kwabrama for ne McJerry ene won nua ba no anope yi a won complain about electricity no kwabrama for say from Thursday to Thursday on you so air condition on so fan the electricity away to about 1,000 cities. So 1,000 cities no obi akatua tia no obi akatua national security operators near you binom 1,400 a month. Na say onipa ankra etua electricity nkwa 1,000 cities per week. Now you can imagine where we are going. And a teacher for eso me hu ya na otoku no na o sresre no o de aduru koko fuo mu ho ekoka kire akuafo ne se 2,500 na ye twa wo no eso che 3,100 from wherever they got their ABC and 1 2 3 from. Ebi a one kind sinase esinitri 132 na etwatwa so ko medim se ne ndisifo esikan no mwesi ada de kuafo na me de Ghana fo ho ye me won ase owura papapa etumi gina ayi abenja ye kan se apaso e ka che ekuafo se obetu boho ewo kokofo biara mu no de ye kan se ade no a won de ezu edreni gum ne evre se polytank esisim ne nsuo to a egomu na omo de water hose atwe ne atwe agu koko no so na onipa da sani edi akire sepro anano na wotwe ye atwa amu na mewu se omo ageda edwomfo ma ne bi be se na wotwe mieno nie enwum bi a ba yesi efrene kakalika na wato santi wo dwom o chese dwom ma ba ye de obi nye bida kakalika na me se for we nobody are magicians. Munni papa your papa. Kakalika no ndu akiri kura. Ene edwomfo ne so won to ade a yento woto so a chese ye enye ye aketua ma chese bibia ye stand still. Ye no mo enye se ye kohwe bibi wo Peru anase ye ka de say South Africa baby and the relate Ghana.
And that's it.
As I say, Ghana no a diensem, ye hunu bribia.
No, bribia, and that's Fred and Sudan. Hello.
I'm sorry, Mr. Valentine. Mr. Valentine, good morning.
Morning. I'm sorry, ain't you?
Good morning.
Yeah, ain't you?
Mr. Valentine, what's your name?
Now,
good morning. Me Nancy Kakra.
Okay,
Mr. Valentine,
ain't you?
And I'll pay me the senior Konya with your mommy. Now, I chairman Umba Radio is singing a teacher, your sister. Obaya, and the actually man, Dickness, Nena, Emma Umba Radio is singing a teacher, Mrs. Auntie B. I mean, so I could produce for Yakupona and Can. Now, for na Basan. Emma na Hodenia, or in a bushy animal. Mr. Valentine said it be a mechanic. Now, what you must hear there, I just said, or wouldn't I watch you for Uncle Swanton and Minister no more for my. The memo mobile radio is singing a teacher Fred, nay, Kwame Peckham, nay, Kwame Tim Smith, and Mr. Fred. Chester will be a Nini the afternoon, I call your man into maintaining. No, about no better room. No, I bet you can name some Nasata Manaya president, no nicknames were politics. Only the one Tiachin Mafia, or no, the one Teda. Now, Mr. Mahama, any president, you also see will be Wagano. Then now you try a home, Mojabeba. And you don't team your neck for them. And who should transform with you? We are so. Utu bo badaya sabwa beba so omo elu ma full study omo ne mehu no omo ye na say ese ebubo wo na no na Mr. Ajeku sofo Ajeku no akwakotena so mpa no okasa ne ire omo ko ye ba radio isi ka say wuta ye nto omo si ate dollars so electricity e no Mr. Valentine send we ye ma just obi yesu electricity just obaba was there back was here. Say me just say me who say o man is yen to was yen de o musu bibi e koso de na e koso wo abobosia kwa kopi adwuma kakra so a yen she da kra nya electricity a obeba kwa mrama fo wo ke mo nya hunu twe we are seeing also on kind of cry, young people, be you to add the wabba. Now, making ye to Memufuano, to Memufu, and not an understanding now a year friend is a sumpa. Mammy, a friend at Azua, no more year program, Bonica, or be cock, or be friend, and walk cousin. Plantations, Missing McNeil, Kogana, I say, Medari, a tipsy dear. What me the robot to a woman over the plantations, and yaton for 420. I didn't know ye kumia. I didn't, or maybe I to be beyond because of bonnet door so do. Mr. Valentine's, me the Manu Bessia, no more Kosua and Mr. Mahama, you bet you. Only the one Kosua, why you Ghana. Certain I Namida meets Moses, so best one, or by West President. Missy Yan border. Yes, Mr. Valentine.
I'm so answered. Quam Pekka into you.
Oh, compliment that senior Quenya. Friday.
Okay.
And a boy, Yamo, Confu.
My day.
What boy, Yam?
Said I.
Hey, now, and I say a Bujaye, but you tell me what for half.
Nacha Casa, me, you refuse. Until complain. You are talking. Until Casana. I'm for bar, no, Mossi, I bet you, I guess, listening in a so. Oh, Hamo, no, what from what time you have, and your Kwame, and your buyer. Oh, Kwame, now time Nayan over Casa, our Casa 10 minutes. Yeah, Council Nako, named you.
Mrs. Stopper, you finish the course is here, my Miss Boa Basso, Fred, and my Missa. Yes, silent listeners, you know, I'm in fire and call a weekend in a branch with you. Yeah, if you so just for fun of it. You know, be over there 20 years in the I'm motivated, you know, say, yeah, my hotel. On the MPP, say, Rulia, Yasumu Dream, yeah, you are man on it. 3 years in all for CPN for better phone, I compensate of a Fescabrem and an India school fees. Sanyama was saying, Tina, the BI, a person. About Papa Ibu Maya, Ubia Sumojono. Namum say, Obia Bufu, now reasons of electing somebody to lead your country, no, Echo say, oh, baby, we flinty, Mempe, we are someone. And you will be arming you. Jomama Betnasi, and this goes to a year offense, Nini. No amount of personal attack now here. And they discourage him from that platform. So, for more than 20 years, some of us, people heard us from their homes, and they were encouraged to be part of what we are doing. They say, and only the answer who could be home soon. Now, Basan American, woman, Nipa Esre. Now, the American will say, Papa will be your mind, so who's there? And less security pass, you can't guarantee our Ghana. Say your bank pass all the way near to form. Now, me now was. So now what would see my jury a program be about a tomato series here. A monsoon cuckoo, and I say, Nipa is your year or more, or Munina say, what chairman, now come was. The root cause, and I said, in Cofon or more ASO friendly or more, or more money and a credit. But Emirates are only back Ghana. Jomama Jino e buy Obama no assembly say or more catch or say you invited to Amana Bagana. And if you know Conoches or Monday Ghana for a friendship no any will be. If you are not two na your born Nipa Bears and so on and on the count. If the two now, Ghana is dangerously managed by Jomama. A true actual is being transported through Ghana. Now, Jomama must have quite no. Now, you're Ghana, I'm not a doomsayer. But the point is, I call way out to say, you're Panino, and never all yen will smash it. Or better, unprecedented issue and a piracy. Say Nipa yetini ye bo mo krono e wo poso e ji omo adboard motors. Meaning the actions and inactions of somebody you didn't take enough, you didn't pause for a bit. Say, may I say Nipa no me declare to abetiano. And why is anything to Obama? It is a question we are wanting to convince me. Now the phone and I'm going to she says, young quanta is saying, oh, that won't you men. Me mame omo close a friend say Cote d'Ivoire. O catch us a comment the sound who could be a who need to see. Out me who clearly said they are not from Ghana. Omo engaging in Galamsey. And most of our areas are not those men are not here to they can no longer go to farm. Because of what you did cool out you
okay.
And that's your mama.
Got it.
Now, maybe see the one who said, and maybe be moose. Or I understand the plan. I believe to be from both regional moves who say, a fairly say, school fees in a home crony bar, almost so good on Mama, so a yet demonstration. I can make a movie.
I mean, because I know, no, I mean, and that was Papa. Kofi Francis, ain't you?
Van.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Morning.
Nini, boy, Jamini Bona. Me warning no harm, but no more jibu. Cafe no back, give that over you on a folder. Quanini Natri. On Mofiamo.
Nini, I grow the one for this year. I grow
on your one, I can't about radio and can be. Bomebo Bano, Chalenini Natri. This morning, Kabu Island. This morning, Kabu Island. Timofiamo, why freedom of speech? Bo you are benos, medical, and I'm for the honor. You are benos, Cabono or Fade. This morning, Cabo, this morning, Mabana had bear no cry. Let me talk now. Van,
yeah.
Almost said, you see what is going on in Ghana now. What it?
The way
you fear what and cry,
huh?
Now you electricity every month. My sister, Obia on an apartment, my sister taught 100 cities. She say, 100 cities no ko tanka bosumi didn't call. She say 100 cities no toa. Now what you going for uncle? What is happening? What is happening in Ghana? Look, those people demonstrating in Oti region, I have no sympathy for them. They didn't vote for my party. They vote for the government they want. Until Oma vote for the government, they should shut up and smell the cake. Because Oma vote to man.
Okay.
And this in Ibiba, or say, Ghana, or say, Ghana for there, Obia Swan, you should be go for by or the Ghana or the NHS by or my free maternity care. Nana kufa Dubai, obema omu free education, obema omu suo, obema omu electricity, 3 months, 4 months. Ghana and see that. What is something good that Mama will bring to you? What's all your NDC in you walk out? Okay. They shouldn't cry. Look, Ghana, no, we don't. So I keep on asking this question. We always want rumor to be true. There can't be a crown for pet. And this is for the propaganda. And then people and then people say, they did it the last time for free. Ghanaians, we still can't set our minds up. Say, look, this is a government that is there for their own pocket. These are a bunch of people who have no life. They just want to make money, capitalize on the vulnerable people, and come to power. This is what they do to Ghanaians. Look,
okay.
Is there any sensible Ghanaian that thinks and pull his head on the pillow will go to the ballot box and said, Mama will give us good life? What good life? Look at what is happening in Ghana. Everything is in shambles. They've been in power for 1 year. They're still playing the play game. They've got Attorney General who is incapable of even doing the justice system a favor. He sit down there taking cases, coming on press conference after press conference, and he has not even convicted any person. We still have a man who is a special prosecutor who is wasting our money, and we can't fire him. God save Ghana. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, Nana, ain't you?
Yo, mechi abusuafoɔ nyina ɔba yɛ ni papa ti Kwame Lee. Na me akɔ big so Ma'am say, wa mami dickness. Any my casa or radio is in a chiawomo.
Okay.
Otukono, umwadia, ye panicho, on free queer for Nishawati. Necessary, you
No,
David, Nana. Ayo, Martin. Because,
Dabi can you cannot David? Naja we question mo. No mo mpa. Ba ya no tese o se wo
ya ade na wa ye no. Wan tumi anye. Se wakọ na se wo kọ akọka kire wo mo se. Asem se na afia. Enkodi di wo matem.
Na do di wo matem. No o church mu akire mo. Nti o mo ti o mo cho mo ye mpefo mo wie no yin ni kasa se minim se wutie ya. Nti no ya na wa dabiti na tie. Uye udi bufu show mu a wasema woka no ka NCP nti asem no cheche uye aha yenko
Martin yo enti dia me pesa me kanyina ne se that me anye nti ene yi wo ma si nchen enti sa wokọ ye papa ye nananom akuafo ne nchen a enkonko ye onho se wokọ akoye se unim nyansa che wo mo eno na ya na eye me ya no tembia ndisi fo afa nkrofo bi se sebio ndisi fo mu nimu nyansa enti no de obeka kire omu bia wo mutie because ebeye me nwanwa se ubekwa ko gina nipa anim na obekwa ko ka kire ni se yenua no mo ba ye no omu ma wo 300 and something na yenye ba ye no ya ba be ma 200 and something but yenye dia ne ye ten de wo uyesa na nipa na wogina ho no udidi na tem wo ka jenzo ye ndisi ni nti on de sebi oni adwene sebi oni munyansa emmeki ayete se aba ye kwakoto no ayawasu ya MPO wuye by election tete wo mu kwade wo pese wo mu ka kire nkrofo na wo hwa ne se ahade ye stronghold enti kwan bia so no mo beto amaye uyesa udidi nipa na tem because nipa ni gina ho ama wako check TV ni noma nipa ni bu afusa ade na wo ye no wa anye ni ye but why wadin say o ye ndisi for stronghold nti kwan bia so no etese o ma hunu say so oto abane ma wo yesa udidi nipa na tem sa no ye nuanom e wo voter region so omo de omo ye voters edu omo hia development bia edura bato anuma ko gina ho na maka kire omo etanso omo so omo pe party ni ti no na omo ato ama omo sebe omo nya mmoa omo ye nipa
ya te nana
mumu omo nwuso omo ye nipa nya me nchira
bye enti orienko
Good morning, ba.
Yeah, morning.
Yeah, the church for nyina na we sisi ane. Kwame na Kwame obi a na de eya na nke ye special yi backbone for. Mr. Abi, engineer papa ne Jetufo German Boga Auntie Amas. Sister Ajua for Joe. Sister Jewa Obia, minu baby, Auntie Grace, name, Auntie Patma, Yachamunia, 1 2 dear, Fatchame, Yachia does in phone, you know, Kumadua, Unura Mechia Motia, gifting in Ura, Kofi Kaneshi, Kofi Adom, Womanina, Yachiamunia. Vane,
yeah.
Money matters, Mechia pass, so Ghana, so and me Bawami. Well, Oti region for ya semua. Demonstration ya no muye. Mi nyabe mama akusie ma wakwaba. O se Ghana for mfa wo mo. Na demonstration na wo mo ye na ye UK for na ye. Asabi bi ya na ma akuso comment ase o. Wakwasa the same topic na ba say emfa wo mo. Oti no wo mo ye demonstration say registration fee na ye free. Ekufu adu awu na amane ekunafo akunu ewisi awura enyanka nyina dia chiama wo mu free no ene eye 500 cedis wo mu ko demonstration enye ye wo UK ha ana brochefo ne ko ye ere Ghana fo wo so abegina ha se mfa wo mu electricity no a wo bia complain say woto ya shoo mama sai shoo wakoda da kwa me nyante na asam enye ye ne complain e ye Ghana for na complain wo so abegina radio so say mfa wo mo ensu asai nye ye ne ye no Aya Ghana for no true galamse. Se galamse ne na one person ebebo so dia ma to super bebe bi gira ne ebebo so. Ye ebebo so da bia afis MPP wo opposition e wa power NDC wo opposition no. One papa ya o ye yi ene ma me mata. Dia mo ka ya no nti ye nyai ka. Enti se futuo ne dia bro. Pepe bi gira ne ebeka. Galamse na wa mine ko ama ensuo ho ayedene wo se galamse no kramfa wo mo ho wo mu so mu nya sika se firim e din se betumi eto ase ye ntimi ntu ase akora wo se ye timi te so sa na NDC fo wo mu wo opposition wo mu kaaye e timo mfa wo se anya yo enye ye ti abrochire aye ka wo mu na e ka mfa wo mu ho anko wo mu ye demonstration ye te wo e na judges no bi e ko strike yet what teachers answer your mama diabetes just say ejuma na maya for 14 months no sika bia ro de betu amoka what sham controller and accountant general go ba sham ya me there and penny force you two fu na wanti a wo kwanti ade mo fa so ne mo nya no afa na ndjomfo ma ekurokura bo akodwina akufu ado eponachi akufu ado wanya modai akufu ado wanya modai monfa mobo ne nsoa emomutiri so no mapampa so because mo ana mo kai na de Christian ewuni wawai Christian ewuni obi a wan ko school no kwade wan school dem say dem kwade go do secondary school me drop here you wan ko school na wote ho no ba be tu fu se kase wo betumi atua wo best school fees enti MPP aban free so na wuti jom na mo agene da se nkuto na wutumi kokka sa asem we se ye betumi atua ye best school fees a SMC kra wutumi tua na school fees SMC
okay
SMC wutumi tua and the hostel no na ewo ho no na atam se ya tum 70% and na teacher for na joma maka kire mo se wo ya exams ba ko afrakadam president wo nya biemu no sa exams no mo be ye so ya tum 45%. Ya ka frakadam abai ya ka scammers abai make us a moment papa ya wo finadi esle nyankopon ene nananom nsira no nananom ne nyankopon nim do ama ne NDC atwene etine no me na beba no so ene kokko akuafo kwa Ghana history do mama de ne sake kamum ye kam osemi en frakadam o ma ye break
na kwa mi entio
yo mama family chane abuchala house mo here
me o pa be wo phone ho ma ye why.
Oh, okay. Before me, I think my minity, because
I'm gonna so Casa Wichi.
But okay.
As I did them clear, ain't you?
Very good, me happy now. All right. I'm not paying send your medical channel, then I'm say, oh, my
okay.
The chairman is to buy a week. Yeah, that's him, Nana, Mammy Dickness, and then Mr. Passewa. Any money now, so Papa David Michelle, Uncle Joe, Robin Paul, I'm the Peckham, and many Fred, and your mama, like Captain Lee to the chat. Nana Kufado, Yame, Eguso, a Yejuma. Na, Michelle, Adia, a Amakufibua. Obibe, ye, Kufado. Where you might be a kufuatu, Nana Kufuatu, ye, a man, for. Well, bra, you are born here from the COVID, it's tricky, we are saying. Now, the Great Britain, in April, what is it, and more? Nana Kufuatu, a story, Gina, not a new media for paper radio, so we get a bit saying crime, a bit of the feeling of Batampa. Kufuado. Obo modia se montina ki na mifiki mo. Na economy ne protect krana. E betumi asisi. Na enipa wu a ntimi nsalempa. Me sacrifice Ghana the day wo bia the aboam. Na ene oka the most insulted president in our area. Eya na Akufo-Addo. Ghana for the na Akufo-Addo temma dina. It's not say obi petumi. Na va. Se Ghana for ntimi a match together. I organize a prayer for forgiveness. And say me say Nyame form one in chomu one a fam one ya mudi Akufo-Addo fast so e woni nyuma for be ya ma Ghana for nyina. Enya tem di bi na Akufo-Addo. Nya Ghana for be hu no. Enye bi na e ba no.
Did not just say they should be apologetic to plead for forgiveness?
I'm telling you.
From Nana Akufo-Addo.
Obia onje wu musemundi no beka sa asem na na kwamika na rubbish. And before I'm over realizing now you're too late. Wow.
Yeah.
The country must say NDC is not a political party. I'm sorry for my word, but a bunch of greedies in Ghana and I'm gonna put myself together in the name of democracy.
But they've been registered as a political party and they have the mandate. They've been in existence for a while. They've been in existence for because even when you look at the history right now, since Rawlings did his coup, after that they were transformed to come into civilian government. And then they named NDC from PNDC to NDC. They were registered as a reputable institution, as a political party. So okay, so when you of course, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, of course. Hey, as well okay. Nana can wait and what's your power? As well okay there. I say you just want to inflame passion. If you say you are going too extreme because
I'm not trying to vow. I'm not clear when they say but electricity and it's a punishment. NDC is a punishment to ungrateful Ghanaians. We insult you, Nana Akufo-Addo. The West President. They are the one who are started crying today. With free education, Ghana for to me, Ginaka free education, NSA, Ghana for. And they were in a process of bringing solar energy to subsidize our electricity. So that they are prices near the other for Muslim Listen, Ghana for Mutinamu, electricity bill,
okay.
Let's move to. Here, Farmer Juma. Nana Akufo-Addo share ye. Or see a necessary almost also. Your hospital is back. 111 hospitals. So that I can employ all of you. This will be everything I'm pointing at. What do you have there? Yajis Kennedy, and Kumamu. NDC is a punishment to Ghana because, wow, Obi Tasama making the bois, Obi Ba on Canada, one Casad. That's another family.
No, or no, what on the policy. Until it's up to you to evaluate that. Say or your position. So if not NDC like MPP, we are saying only two political parties who have the and what that be your turn. When you didn't get through you. So until in your policy okay. Ghana for no see who also on Pempuntu on the okay, all right.
Why are you NDC supporters here? Why are you disturbing our ears? Electricity, that is the government you chose.
Okay, Yati.
That is the government you voted for. Mutia, that's smooth apprentices and teachers. My message was today, market you know, that's the government you chose.
All right.
It's about who can fix the problem. And you can't a problem the year 60.
Okay.
Start of politics. I'm a young calling for development. Now you're saying, we are not going to go anywhere.
Anywhere.
And there's armed robbery at 2 money. Yet kidnap for this when in a Kufado government did you hear this thing? Why things are happening day by day? Now me dem aka obi a odi Kufado attend the social NDC for. So man passport slay on the packet. Now man Kufado chewa. Tell mo to papa suweni. Now 4 years no. Now me ya do me twa. Amen.
Yada se papa na Kwame Nsunde ne nsem no. You. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Akwa into you anope.
Oh, but that's what we everybody adwuma and Friday pako. Jack obusu for me choba pa. Opedema for the mama kenya e chamo. Na Kwame mu onu hwam. Teacher for the nurses for the mama kenya no. Amponchi was saying ni radai. Unu so no ankasa ni video no say no. Kakrabe kawani what they yaw. Kwampekam Nana Lutin, Mr. Ban, of the Pong, Sanso, and Javaboga. Fred, Efoli, Chowapa, Sanso, and Amisewa, my Chowapa, Mr. Tuform, Dickness, Nana, me, Mammy, a face up Pong, and Mammy Alice Bedum. And so the video ban, and you are called Jachima, Chowapa, and then Musoba Canina, for 10 years, Chamon. I just your chairman in Sansona, Kofi Francis, a chabo of Marcos Emakwaba. Na Obaya, which is a miracle, Cotton one of my Sanso Eda. You say, Yansa, we the money would be the more idea, Marcos as well. Marcos as well kind dear, what can ye, Nanso, Yelfa, and some other kind of crown. Yenny a crown. A command you. And you said Ghana for Uncle Fizian, and you probably Tibono. So, Yanyan Cassetiano, a command. Maybe a command from Mecopatia, Nam Boboa, Supermort and Tuano. Visiting say G, Quasi G. Omo T, I don't want to turn to Ano, or make money per Timinam Boboa and Tuano. A child was the old said across the Abigo. It is somebody ever Ghana for no far. Then say also Ijaka. Edenia Befa. Befa. Ghana for Yesabia, Obia, Opebia, Antino, Ghana for Edina, Ebida, no Obayakam. What doubt you, Marcos? Canada ever come? And then come into Red Ribukra in Obiakasa, Ebania Boduma and Keko and Tibaka. Akuafono esikano eno aminza wo kini bi se wose no fo bi o se o abanda da no obi e disika na de be ma Ghana fo agya to be se o magical say prosecute them and jail them and sana ye boto ye mu o ye no atutu papa o say arrest them and jail them so obody is car. So Ghana is Baba Quanya Crano. Obi what if you know what it is what is a crow for no for man what it could be.
Public perception.
Say yampa.
And you find public perception. Okay.
Yes, we say as a Baba. I said no as no or Kabi. You blank of 4 a blank of 4 no you must some ground now. At the corner, oh my, a body papa. Ghana for one at Waba, a chimney, one more, let's see Jabby, a woman for hospital crowd, almost a mere Makoto Pala Anum, on for home. Zango for us almost to a bar. Open to a bar said the Obo Trama or Bana, I couldn't. And a woman's no, yet to a bar, says one or found. They may say, Biano, what him. Any woman saw 1 month drinking yet. Also, or to about no one is capable a free party now. I ever win. So, as MPP or does NDCU. About one, acquire BB. So, who's in the Baba or a trouble?
Okay.
Now, a much against that, and I say a much at night. Obia, a do Pibia. Yet, you know, you have a person, a 12 bomb, a year. Well, free education, free education. Ghana have a long way to go. That's maybe why.
That's part Jeffrey ain't you na enko Leon.
Yeah. Thank you. Good morning, sir.
Morning.
What do you mean?
Me too, Kapa. Ain't you?
Good. When you form baby say, the fortune dance you mudada, and none of them.
Okay.
Who say, Minion family can NDC say, NDC in your party, no, or say, oh, you're actually. You see, I didn't just hold me a party.
But only a party I had to about moment. So address some say emotions.
And the maker say, before chair dance you much, and you mean then
we shouldn't personalize the issue. We should tell. Let me tell you. We should say it as it is. They are performing or they are not performing. When
I'm coming. You're gonna know what I want to mean. Dr. Toniedu, Oma Ankasa Dr. Toniedu, former defense minister, former ambassador, or singing till we get NDC Congress call. Because when they go, they don't discuss Ghana. They discuss how to win the next elections. And we are a political party. Political party or policies may say, oh, but now I'm out for the policies we banner home.
Okay.
And yet just to win the elections. That's why I'm telling you that they are not a political party. What am I saying?
You need you are no.
Oh, no, me banoso. So now, would you share Otokuno? Okujina Okuafo yenim. Tinsempa or Kache Okuafo. And it's not NDC don't want Ghanaians to be educated. So, they don't want Ghanaians to be educated. It's not almost sorry to free researchers because say one more hinena or reply very educated person. What known person? O can't say as much woman say. Some say can abandon a nature moon a disika a kukuko border. Moncochi woman. When you phone which is from Betisika, just because they abandon a nature moon a disika. No, Moncochi woman, so much disicano. But you'll be a dean or mutio. Just because most of them are not educated. Maybe, meaning, and I will say, we the NPP, we come to the radio and we don't communicate. So, okay, and Rasmo, we don't communicate. And we don't communicate. Or no communicating, and no bar, by God's grace, by the grace of God. Krumha even cancel for crime. They don't say by the grace of God.
Yeah.
They work.
Yeah.
They work. Say your mama budget say we na mufanya. They make sure say they use it to work for the people.
Okay.
They don't say you see a friend saying
by the grace of God.
No. Say breast and coin, I say. No, you can't want to say by the grace of God. No, you go there, you work. Okay. Okay. What time when it comes to spiritual aspect, we go there and we pray to him.
Okay.
What I say? You are no son of the man, no need the idea. And she only by the grace of God, maybe American.
Okay.
Or saying people for you see Nimna, some more can say Nimna, Yami, Nimnopa, your bompire, but your bompire will bring.
Okay.
Now, when it comes to the time to work, we have to work with our brains. And by the grace of God.
All right.
Anywhere you be saying, say, we are on it, we are on it because NDC for no or my brain no retarded into no or which make us answer natural, but not S.
Yeah, Banty, Mammy Fanny, Namintino. That's it.
Aye, by the grace of God. Thank you very much.
Nini.
Van.
Today, Nana Kwame said, your party is not a political party, but it's just like a storm in a teacup. You act as a political party, but inside there because, and then Jeffrey said, your party, Toniedu distanced himself from your party because when he attend your party meetings and conferences, you don't talk about Ghana. You talk about your parochial interests. How far is true? Let's hear you now, Nkweli.
But Toriedu, this type of people, they've been in existence for a very long time. And sometimes what they want to see is not what they want to hear is not what they hear. So then they come out to give a different picture of everything that is going on. But we don't bother this type of comments.
Okay.
We are moving on, Valentine. NDC is a forward ever and backward never party.
Okay.
Look, it's a party that came for the poor people. That's the reason why you see part of Group B and all Group C, they are the NDC sympathizers. Because when NDC come to power, they enjoy Valentine. I'm telling you, like I keep on saying, all these people living in this UK here, they are all middle class. Now, none of them, about 90% of them have not tasted poverty. I'm telling you. So they will continue to support NPP. When even it is going wrong, they will support. I feel so sad when people sit down here and stop and continue to think about NPP. We should leave the power to NPP. Look, every institution that NPP pop their nose, they leave a debt. Look at this electricity problem. It's like a family. Me, I like practicals. Look, it's like a family. You are in a family. Every time your senior brother will cause a problem, then when your senior brother causes a problem, then when parents are talking about, mom and dad is talking about, then he did it. Then he said it's the junior one who did it.
Okay.
This electricity that people are talking about, I'm also a victim. Before the end of their term, September 2024 to December 2024, they imported some inferior meters. And these meters, they sold it before they left power. And these meters are inferior, and those who brought these meters, when you go and buy your electricity, they should listen to me very well. When you buy the electricity to £1 they take 30p as it goes to them. And only 70p is your electricity, that you're going to...
that is not what your government have said. You've not said anything of this nature. You said... Because I remember when you were leaving power, you left a debt of 2.something billion. Do you remember?
You said what?
When you were leaving power, you left a debt of 2.something billion. Do you remember?
Those days?
Yeah, those days, yeah, when you left power.
Okay, Valentine.
So this concurrent issue like this one has done it. Because definitely when you are leaving power, you leave debt. Or is that not so?
No, this one is not about that too.
So it's about
the meter is the problem. The meter is causing the people to pay too much on the electricity. Apart from they going to the IMF and telling the IMF we're going to use some of these utilities, for your condition. Apart from that one,
okay,
that one is different. Every 3 months they have to increase it. So when they come in Parliament. African American will stand in Parliament to shout, but he know what he's doing. He know what he's doing.
So don't you think it's about time to improvise our electricity system by having a diversity of maybe injecting some money into because we have a lot of sun, and so I don't see why it should be electricity. You should have something. You should do something. This farm. Energy, there's so many things.
For the meter, you see, now, if the government have to say, because they import about 300 inferior meters, because they know what they're going to get out of it. These people, NPP, oh my God.
All right.
They know what they're going to get out of it.
Okay.
So when the meter came, they sold everything before they left power. So I'm a victim. Look, people living in my house in Kwashiman, they complain that the meter is taking their money. Because yes, I bought that meter around that time. And in Tashi, they have the same problem. Yes. And if they buy the meter for 100 cedis, it is 30 cedis is going to these people who imported this but only 70 cedis is coming to their meter. I'm telling you today.
I'll find out from Lee. Lee is on the line. Let me listen
Find
to
out. They don't speak the truth.
All right.
The MPP, they are very dangerous.
Lee.
Yeah, Valentine.
Nee has raised a lot of accusations about your government. He said you imported some fake meters, which has also generated a lot of obviously heated debate and the increment of these electricity bills near the Ekeka. How far is true? Let's hear you.
You see, when this guy is lying, he always tries to push God's name into it to make his life spiky. Valentine. What you want to do? Electricity in a cost. Kasa reference then no make it.
And so the Omo can say previous government no yes no mo. No, that's what I'm saying. But onu ni is apportioning blame say mo koto meters bia amasa ayi we na kosoro a nkofo top na ekọ hwip na ekọ nti o di blame ni mam.
Na meter no mo koto ye. Na ye ni effect ya na me boa.
No smo kono. Mo be kono mo ye no kre.
Na ekofo start to mo complaining. Last year what is ekofo complaining say?
Davi.
We almost have been secret. Last year what is ekofo complaining say?
No the manti.
Oni no my.
They no my.
O ma koto electricity ni so wa o man country bia. O ma to so ma increase by 30%. O man country bia.
Okay.
Wow. Na ye we kufu ado ni ba onya teso no. The whole of 8 years, yet to electricity to 19%. Even 2024 year, yet to 6%. 19%. The whole of Yura, Ekufado, and Yura Baumia, 8 years, 19%. And for 4 by Nani, my young one, a January, almost a year for Toso. Increasing on one Ghana for money. And not in the meet and running down.
Okay.
And it's a who to quote, that's a who the cry and background for someone. Don't blame the previous government. They voted for you to come and solve problems. They did not vote for you to come and complain and lament. Don't open the book of Lamentations because the book of Lamentations is in the Bible, not on your side. Okay. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
When a price is fixed, it takes prospective effect, not retrospective effect.
Okay.
What the Miasai agreement is said, Cocoa 2025-2026, a board will be 23,600. Matias here, Miami, me projections, me BR, and me calculations, me BR, me budget, my year. And see, then I was on group, middle of a catcher say, Matis 10 million old Ghana cities.
Okay.
Now, what happening?
Yati.
What happening? Where in the apostle? Look at this thing that is going on between DBL and Kujeto. Kutuso Kujeto or yet dangerous. It's very wicked.
But wicked, I know. Wicked, I know. Wicked, I know. She wouldn't in Yagin. Wicked, I know. She.
Wow. Now, what I did send a government in the policy. I want to shut for some mobile. I Julius Nique, and who put it to Asia. I'm a wire who meeting near January. Then a Kobaya, and 25th May 2025. A Kobaya, put in regard, Abidjan, Moma approval via any more. Wow, this is you cut away incompetence, immature people in government now. Yes, a phone call, a phone call that our friend Julius Nico Akajan is a Julius. I deal with them in test soon and I bend the bar and guide me. Not what they I didn't have a 2 media. You want to look good in the eyes of the public. They will put the told the Anna Moma on our year.
Yeah, for 2 calls, be the
now, I don't say what about Granny said. Some of you go no Koshia, Coco, Our Canada said 2,500 in AX in 3,100. Over being a miscarriage. na ne yam so no.
Yati.
Na wonya mi ka.
Yeah, that's it, papa. What's up? You into come and matter the Hello.
Yeah, Va.
Okay, hold on. I'm into my matter quickly. My matter into you, uncle.
Yo, Michiobia.
Yeah, we are Jodo.
Hey, Obaya, meba na my sister. No, Usubeni na to the papa, son, and papa.
I don't know, Obaya or foul.
Often papa, jeans are powerful. My God. Obaya, Michio papa. Hey, papa.
Yeah,
Maybe say for me, the one yet. Welcome. But I want one son in you. Hey, Obaya.
I had him.
Anyway,
Ghana,
see, I will Bremer. Yemfama MPP. Before you were Cocoa Marketing Board.
CMB.
CMB. Mukun Apara Halaman like President Kufu Adan's Mabunism. Only Yapa have first and sisters. Usnya transport management and then the LLB. On final course, but a tenancy or the 2 years in the LLB. But I call Ghana, Coco Rosa, or by Ghana, the Mistano from him.
Okay.
Establish it. And I say, I will compare transport, and go upon a jima when you can't coffee, when you will compare transport, my boy.
Sure.
On also, there, Osa. See, Osa, qua quatamari, a Kumasi, Nanu, and the Central. Government transport is it on Oko in Nigeria and then Ivory Coast. Wabe pet my obey law. When ex-president. And the made me good if you any tata versus abasi.
Okay.
That wapede government will satellizing on wapedo private.
All right.
Shamwabe transport station with Ghana. Why and Bassa? Coconso, Mukun, Odi baby no. No, what? Until I will say. Because, track, Okoha, Abaha, na Cocoze, or make sure that every day we are in a harbor, why am I? Or Ben, in people, or Bessen Poto, because of private, or Pedo was American for. Can you, you free, or bet me as American? I'm a guy of no bet what the Ghanaians.
Okay.
What did party what say that means the meaning now? Into so our Bremer one fit bo of one uncle so but no, Nasu was here ex-president Baumia. No sober. Oh, bad apostle, look, I'm not going to be destructive of what opposition, my boy.
Okay.
You know, a man pen answer.
All right.
But because of business, every. In fact, my man cannot help praying. So you're there. My short husband, you know, also move up and tell me, you know, international court.
Okay. Hey, no, on a soon for abadi.
Because of 20,000.
Oh, Mama, them say me aka, them say me aka. Obaya si jaika na ebwa nti yenje. Osi any evidence bi anti. Dabi osi any evidence bi anti jaika. Dabi osi any evidence bi anti jaika. Osi egu papa nenu as anti jaika. Because you are disgracing him. Because if you don't have evidence to buttress your point, it is an allegation. Mama Tati, your husband was a lawyer. Is that so?
Who?
Thank you. So when you accuse somebody wrongfully, it's a wrongdoing. It's a tort law. It means that you are incarcerating the person's right. And if you do so, if you don't have evidence to buttress your claim, it is a defaming act. And that one, you can be cited for something that if you don't take time, like a defamation of character, substantive defamation of character. And be careful the way you do things. I beg you. I don't want you to get into any trouble. What time now? Last caller into the President State of Nations address.
Yeah, Val.
Yes, sir.
Morning.
Morning.
Make us a free sir, your friend Kojo.
Kojo into you.
There be a Mikasa from last year, and Mikasa in which it's about time, Obi Bekasana or Miki accusations. Your man in for fat simra. Yes, so a big no say, me cram me fear, crack, no. Me tenants just.
What do you need? Nina, okay.
Oh,
ready.
Che. Oh, dear, only you craft foul phones is here and a Google share. How many times? Public Utility Regulatory Commission more increasing electricity bill the whole of 2025 bill.
That's right.
3 times, 3 quarters no. Q2 May almost 14.75%. And July Q3 almost 2.45%. And October Q4 no last quarter no almost 1.14. Just January, February, yes, me. Or my 9.86.
Okay.
And you be the catcher me say, Mita will be covered by and a mita no nama buono, uto ya na san. Wait, you're the teacher of mine. Your captain was a muni political lens, no, Namon think here. Mosi did you want him? Oh, Oba support to political party, the number power, or failure of your team defending you. Oh, no, I be na o attack a man for Obi be kasa, Obakasa MPP ni no kasa. Oh, Sani Krono back and forth say ani unko ye. What better or ye can't a man for complaining, or to a more complain, no me MPP for na complaining. Ava, or me MPP for na complaining.
That is his perception.
But you have to throw it to him.
No,
I've been saying, we have our opinion.
I'm saying,
any opinion beyond allowed to be heard. I'm
saying, you have said it already, sir. He's finding it difficult to defend his party. So what do you want me to ask him again?
Yeah, tell him to the face, say,
you have said
no, coming with
fast,
but Ujano no Casatra, and next Anna Catin Smart Ghana Radio Swa, and Crana Bano Nimshi, no Munshi, no.
The point is, I agree with what you asked, but I'm saying, say, he is defending his party. And we know the natural law. Say, people defend their party. Even when the party is not doing something or something that is happening to the party, they do it. And a Wakra counter claim, say, or no he cannot defend his party. So you have said it all. So what do you want me to ask him again?
Maybe neutral. What you say?
And maybe so.
MPP, any NDC, no.
When you do that, you are instructing me to do it. But you shouldn't do that because that is unethical. The point is that how many times Nanimba read Uswa, Mimbisana questions, and you listen to him. So why are you trying to?
I don't need proper person.
No. Don't have issues with this. This is the custom of the program. So if you want to be accustomed to the program,
I understand where you're coming from.
So don't do it as if it's.
But you
have said it. You have brought your findings. How many? What time? People are complaining. It's not MPP alone. People are complaining, and they know. Now he is trying to protect his party. Under normal circumstances, you have also discovered that this is what you want to do. So it's a mischief. Into Ubanaka Sensembisana, he has right to remain silent if he doesn't want to answer. So why are you
impose
it on people?
Your radio station.
That is not fair.
It's
an imposition. Let me tell you something. He has right to remain silent. If he wants to answer the questions, he will do it. If he doesn't want to answer, I can force him. So let us have that convenient way of expressing ourselves. He has said something. You, being a mature person, you understand where he's coming from. He is finding it difficult to explain and defend his party. So why are you still whining of all these issues?
Okay, my main friend see now me come last year. State of the Nkrumah semini atena wa hwede na Nkrumah abeye Nkraba omu nim history ntino obia bie na no a na adwen ye ne say Nkrumah ye Messiah Mati the stand say the biantimata be kasa because of love for Nkrumah ntino obeka all the good thing Nkrumah did but no agya nioma bi oye man nipa sorry tia no
sure
those days na you two Nkrumah gu ye no enti opese kire me say omo ye demonstration wo Ghana ni nyina no omu nyina no omu ye UP fo ana Oh, these are the things we should be teaching the kids. And I make us a radio, no. Say nearby so be at an adrian. The any feeling no cantino. No crown no near judge. But I was say anything I read, you know what the channel or yeah, one show near the bedshed. Oh, it's your say when your morning show us na make but to be didn't turn us any yeah. I don't know because a nipper soup. Yo, but I am so many years. That is why we make sure so we can be yeah. Now, me problem with people on this radio. They tell Van Dyke and Van Tauba no bizarre questions. I know. So what do you want me to? Don't put me in the time. Let's try to have yourself convenient with the show. Then you get no bar factor or no account. No, you want the sentiment of Ubian input. The democracy. You cannot take somebody. Let us say about democracy. We should do it in a way. Say, we agree to disagree. It's up to you. Who can try? You see, it's about time and we have to put it to their face. Anything I court, I say, anything you say will be used against you in the court of law. I didn't know because they know you lie. I'm telling you the fact.
But a judge will not sit down for you to go bend the law.
You have said it already. So when you go and see another thing, it will be used against you. Because you don't have issues when people are speaking. Please.
But me because so for so many years, my witnesses are doing and as if it's all these are the things we shouldn't condone.
That's what I'm saying. But
we should condemn it right from the beginning.
But journalists in this country, they ask him questions, sir. They're not here. But they put you and they make sure that during the time of the election, you better show your answer. Sana politics, don't have issues and don't stress yourself.
Why? What about you? Trying be of parliament.
That's
food and nutrition security across the Northern Savannah Ecological Zone. This project is being implemented in 12 districts across 6 regions, with a target of 50,000 farming households, including 30,000 women and
the interviews and what have you.
It will support the production of key staples such as maize, rice, soya beans, cowpea, granules, while promoting year-round vegetable cultivation through solar-powered micro-irrigation schemes for farmers groups and selected schools. The project is also supporting backyard and commercial poultry production, as well as the distribution of fertilizer and certified seeds to participating districts. This will help strengthen the poultry value chain. We're working to fulfill the promise of establishing farmer service centers across the country to modernize agriculture. Procurement processes are underway for a total of 660 tractors, 400 combine harvesters, and other agricultural equipment and implements. The first 11 farmer service centers will begin construction this year and will provide affordable access to land preparation, harvesting, storage, input supply, extension services, and equipment leasing, especially for smallholder farmers. Mr. Speaker, in the next 2 weeks, I'm going to cut short for the first farmer service center in the Afram Plains. Mr. Speaker, agricultural extension remains the backbone of productivity, and to address the current gap between farmers and extension officers, 540 motorbikes have been procured to improve extension coverage